Hello, everybody. I forgot to put the hold music on. It happens every once in a while. Welcome back to the Dorkvision stream. And Merry Crimbus, because it has already happened just yesterday.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is today. So, if you want to watch this stream, we are here every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Our Wednesday stream is from 7 to 10 p.m., again, Eastern Time. That's the Rime of the Frost Maiden going through that module with a different group of people. If you want to find my books, they're on DriveThruRPG and on the DM's Guild. You can support me at Patreon/NobleCrumpet. With that out of the way, let's get into the stream. So, you guys, I've been talking with you for a bit. Basically, we're going to start doing the MCDM's organizations and strongholds and all that stuff now that they're back in Allure and have decided to take on basically some criminal organizations. And they're going to fight that with some criminal organization of their own. So, I've been having them do stuff on the sidelines on a separate Excel document. I'm not sure if I can show that. I probably should have planned for that. Either who. Actually, I can, technically, but it'll look fucked up. That's the way I Oh well.
We'll paint pictures with our words.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, you guys have decided that you're going to be a spy network, an underworld syndicate, in parentheses, spy network, which is what I estimated you guys were going to be, actually.
Wow.
As shown by the fact that I already had it written in the organization's type. Stuff like that.
Maybe you just coerced us without us even knowing to becoming a spy organization.
I did just keep saying, I imagine you'll be this whenever we were playing. So,
But then you started talking and we agreed with you, so...
This is bullshit. I call bullshit.
Well, so I've talked to you a bit about how having an organization works. I don't know if you guys want to call yourself anything, but that option is always open to you.
You put a pin in it for now. How about it's just Galestone Keep?
Yeah.
Galestone's
not
Keepers.
Yet. I haven't reclaimed it yet, so for now we're just
Galestone's Reclaimers.
Ugh.
And I would oh, that's the proclaims.
just a pin in it is fine for now, given the current situation.
Okay. You've picked your domain powers, which are Find Weakness and Traitor, so you can lower people's AC or designate people as people that have been working for you the whole time, which is really cool, if it works. For your other domain features, you have some stuff that deals with intrigue and stuff. For more information on all this, look into Kingdoms and Warfare by Matt Colville, DM, MCDM, because that's where all this is coming from. Although, do not correct me on anything, because I have simplified it a bit and filled in some holes that were in it to help my players, because I love them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few holes in that book that are like, what is this? How much does this cost? What does this mean?
Which probably is corrected in Warfare.
No, that's actually, the books are kind of separate and distinct. They both have two different systems of how warfare works, and it's really weird and annoying. One encourages you to make your own units, and the other says, making your own units? Why would you do that? Anywho.
Okay.
So you have certain abilities that you can do during Intrigue, but we won't even really get into that because we're not in Intrigue right now. We're just coasting. Intrigue happens when the villain suddenly has decided that it's time to get rid of you guys, or you guys have decided it's time to get rid of the villain. That's kind of when Intrigue happens. So the last thing that we need to do for the organization, because we've been doing it off stream, is you guys need to choose your titles. I've told you what the titles are, and I can try and get you some screenshots of them.
That would be super useful. Thank you.
Yeah, because then you'll be able to read them instead of just hearing me talk about them. So
I have a couple of ideas for what Boom Crash should be, but I'm not entirely certain.
These in the notes section, and then it continues onto another page.
Are you putting this in the Discord?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in the Discord.
These are all the legendary lore actions in a sense.
No, these are actually in combat things that will affect how you can do things.
Okay.
Only a few have limitations on how many times.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were saying that it makes the most sense for wait, records isn't there.
Excuse me.
For what?
Records. Oh, it is there.
It's in the it's in the bottom one.
bottom one, because that one makes the most sense for Mao's character who can't cast spells.
Maybe
Yep.
I don't want to cast spells because I think it's bullshit.
You
They're
don't
all
have
the
to.
spells-
There's technically an extra officer position. So
Operations doesn't, or negotiator doesn't make sense for Zeus since he can pretty much do all of that from his spells, and he already has proficiency persuasion.
Yeah, narcotics doesn't work very well for you either.
Because I already can zap people with heals.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd just be enforcement, so I can use my thing more places.
yeah, you already have proficiency in armor, so you wouldn't really gain that. Oh, actually, I think there's a rule for this. Hold on. Well, don't hold on. You can keep discussing.
Enemy's reaction move their speed make a weapon attack against the enemy. The enforcer doesn't look too bad. If you want to be more aggressive. Sorry, operations.
Actually, that might not be terrible for me.
Okay.
You could be
If,
like the Blackguard one that
if-
had like 3 strikes.
if a character gains a proficiency from a domain title that they already gained from another source, then you can take another proficiency of the same kind, skill or tool, instead. So I would consider maybe you, instead of getting those armor proficiencies that you have, Tsumazu, you get a weapon proficiency instead, or maybe a tool.
I mean, he can already use all the martial weapons.
I know.
Think. Yeah.
Operations might make more sense now that I'm looking at it.
Maybe
Mhm.
you should do records.
I already have spells, so I wouldn't be able to use them until I use all my spells.
Dude,
I have 2 classes worth of
remember,
spells.
you're a paladin. You burn through your spells like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
true, but I also have warlock spells too. It's just like extra burning through spells.
I've learned from the other game that paladins use up spells very quickly, and it's very upsetting.
I don't smite as much as I should because of that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I get it.
I think you smite just enough. You smite when you need to, which is when you're fighting a big enemy, someone that you
Yeah.
absolutely need to down.
You don't smite the weenies. Why would you smite the weenies?
To make a point.
Yes. To feel really strong.
Says
Come
the
on.
man who punched the illusion of his mother.
Speaking of a mom, what are you vibing for? Because you kind of have a bit of overlap with some of these.
I mean, okay, so I think enforcement is probably the most viable for me, not because of the armor, mostly of the fact that the 5 feet disadvantage means that if I do cure,
Mm.
if I do cure spell and just stand next to whoever's down, I can help them get the disadvantage, and so they don't immediately go down again.
Plus, you do that a lot with your spirit guardians already as is. You'll go and walk in and just stand there. So this is even, it's like a boost on top of that.
Well, it needs to be on the allies. So, like, I need to stand next to someone for
Yeah.
everyone to get the benefit. But I do stand next to you guys often because I'm doing cure.
I also realized something. You have proficiency in heavy armor or not yet?
No, I do not. My
So
cleric.
you want some armor? I can give you armor now.
No, that shuts off all my monk stuff. Yeah.
Shit. And you couldn't swap that out. It wouldn't be able to swap it out for any weapon proficiency, which also shut down some other
There we
stuff. Never
go.
mind.
Okay. I've managed to put a thing on the screen. It's,
Yay!
I mean, also, okay, operations is also okay for me, only because there are a lot of times where I'm like, I don't know what I should cast. And I'm just like, hey, why don't you just attack? Because
I cast
never-
yell. Go attack him.
Yeah. Because telling you guys to do something is occasionally the best I can do, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, I guess I can do cure wounds. It's like, all right, heal 8 hit points. Woo. Like, that's not a big deal.
I think having you as enforcement might make the most sense, as you were saying, because that way you don't have to worry so much about clumping if we're fighting a bunch of enemies at the same time. Like, it makes that whole aspect a little bit easier to deal with, and it actually
But the
incentivizes.
thing about operations is this: I can whip Mao repeatedly to attack multiple times.
The only thing is I can't find another spot that doesn't kind of double dip me either, and I kind of wanted operations.
Just say that then.
Yeah. Say,
Yeah,
I
you
want
guys are a
that
team,
thing.
so
I'd like operations, and I'd like to
Okay,
ask.
okay. You just want to be operator doing operator things, don't you? You
Yeah,
just want to be tactical. All right.
Does that mean we get to call you Daddy?
sure.
that's his code name.
Snake Daddy. That's the code name.
Oh
Snake
no, now we
Daddy.
have
Oh
code
God, we
names.
made it so cursed. I love it.
It's
Ugh.
cursed.
Okay, I'll be enforcement. I'll whip you guys.
Get back to
I
work.
mean, just because you can't tell us to go kick somebody doesn't mean that you won't be next to us just being like, hey, dodge that, dodge that. You better fucking dodge that.
Turned into a drill sergeant.
Yeah, it's okay because Amon is doing enforcement. There's no point in me having armor proficiency. I was thinking either narcotics or negotiations. However, I'm immune to poison already.
Are you? Is it from the Loth staff or is it a thing you have? Okay.
Yeah. Or I have poison resistance, so I already have that. Yeah.
I could-
Pepper,
I could maybe like be persuaded to call that acid resistance or something adjacent.
Okay.
I kind of
Yeah.
wrote narcotics for you, because that way you won't have to waste an action having to heal somebody and pulling out items and stuff. You could just point.
Yeah, but the only thing is that it's within 5 feet of you.
yeah, she's not standing next to anyone usually.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It's unless we change up the dynamics of how we fight, where Amon, you're the one who picked enforcement, right? So having Boom Crash perpetually shadow you so you can protect her and she can raise you when you're down.
I think that's generally bad because I'll be hanging out with Zumosu next to me most of the time.
Yeah,
Because he can use his shield ability on me, and I can use my ability on him.
that makes a lot more sense.
In terms
Because
of,
her armor class sucks ass. That's the thing.
yeah. In terms of like gaming, for hardcore gamer gaming, I think
Mhm.
negotiation is the one that gels next to you the best because persuasion. I mean, you're the one that talk to people the most anyway,
Yeah.
next to Zumosu, and the also disguise spell and suggestion. You're like, I feel like if anyone's gonna be able to make use of that, it's probably gonna be you.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it's disguise self, and I already have disguise self. I do not have suggestion, I don't think.
Do you want more spell slots? Because if you wanted records, I know it won't give you much boost other than those extra spell slots.
That's only if you completely tap out your spell slots, and I have a
Okay.
significant number.
Okay.
Don't also discount disguise self at will. It's just without material components.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, it requires no material components.
Oh, so it's just adding a spell slot essentially. Well, not a spell slot. But
It's not even a spell slot. It's just a casting.
It's kind of an innate spell.
Yeah. Do you have suggestion, by the way?
I do not have suggestion.
That is a useful spell to have if you do take that roll.
Problem with suggestion is that once it wears out, people realize they've been suggested, so they'll come after you.
Zoo cares about that,
Same
Boom
with
Crash I
friends.
don't think does.
Naturally influenced creatures can't be charmed or immune to its effect. Should be worded in such a manner that make the course of action sound reasonable.
Usually people tell guards their shift is over or they're being switched out, and the guard won't notice until hours later.
Oh, okay.
But after a while, they will notice, like, wait a minute, why did I listen to that guy? Oh, he cast something on me. Like they can tell. That's usually the big flaw of enchantment.
Technically, it doesn't seem to say that. It doesn't explicitly say the target is aware of it.
You're confusing friends with suggestion.
Well, charm person also says that they become aware, I believe.
Okay. In that case, suggestion is like, yeah, go for it. It seems like
that's fucking creepy.
It goes with Boom Crash's vibe.
I mean, Ellie, that's the entirety of the enchantment school. Enchantment school is basically roofie drugs in terms of spell casting.
That's why it's outlawed in Allure.
Because the Fae do it, and they're just, kidding around.
Enchantment is. Can I swap out disguise self for something else, or?
That seems kind of integral to ability.
I'll just say that. Yeah, it makes sense. I'll just make a note that it doesn't require
all of us do double dip in a lot of things at this point anyway. So it's like, unfortunately, it's gonna be like go for like one feature that you like, and then
Yeah.
just stick with that type of deal.
Persuasion makes complete sense for her, especially since her charisma is +6 now. So +6 plus +6, that's a +12 to persuasion.
Yeah.
Plus a kinku that can mimic anybody's voice or sound. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So we can, as long as I am clever and all the things that are hard for me, I'll be able to make this work. Okay. So yeah, I'll do negotiations then.
All right, so we have 2 more people. I have Enforcer as Amon, negotiations for Boom Crash. Did anybody else choose one while I was writing stuff down?
I was officer. Or operations, sorry.
Your operations? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be leaning on records.
You're leaning on there. You refuse to
I
read
might-
the book.
Yeah.
You refuse to read the books. You're using the books as like a table.
Yes.
No, Mao just memorizes everything she learns, and it's just like, I don't have to write it down.
I don't want to write anything. Studying's for nerds.
Meanwhile, when we finally get to see Mao's notes in this beautiful cursive script that only she can read.
Yes. Which is funny because that's also a talent I have. As an imposter, I can mimic other people's handwriting.
Shit, so it was canon anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put in the information for records officer. Then this will be almost good.
I keep on clicking on Black Art of Dendar instead of my character.
Hoping for better things.
Just hoping that you're the bad guy now.
Actually, it's just because it appears higher on the list of characters.
I might get rid of those now that we don't really need them anymore necessarily.
True, we already have their items.
I'm just adding this to features and traits. That's fine on the character sheet.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to notate it on your character sheet is fine. They're already in here for you guys. All right, so the final thing we need to do is level up your organization to level 1. That involves the diplomacy, espionage, lore, and operations skills, and the communications, resolve, resources, defenses. So, we will, I guess, roll for initiative? Might as well.
Against what?
Just to see who gets to choose first. I mean, you're making decisions as a group, but each of you is going to have the final say.
Uh-huh.
Well, looks like Allie's getting the final say for
I
now.
was gonna say, this sounds like cheating. I have a +10.
I have a +0.
No, Ali, all that means is that you jumped the gun and you yelled first.
That's true. That's
adorable.
that's on brand.
Yeah.
After we exit the
all that really
teleportation
means
circle.
that you're one of those people on YouTube typing first on videos.
I would like to think of it as an emotional response that probably is meant well, but means nothing.
I mean, if we want to make this make sense, RP-wise, Mao's
Chris,
just like...
did you roll for initiative?
No, I was going to let you guys do it this time because we're not using the combat tracker, really.
Oh, okay. Because like I see the turn order, but I don't see anything. So it's like,
Yeah, mine didn't pop up either.
It is also weird that yours didn't pop up, which I was hoping would just fix itself.
Nope.
Did
I
not
got
fix
an
itself.
8.
That's unusual that it didn't fix itself.
Heh.
Nope, it's on there now.
I see
Motherfucker.
Amons.
yeah, because I rolled it on the character sheet.
It's
I
actually
did
probably
too.
it's probably
Same.
it's probably because I restarted the API sandbox because I suspected that maybe that was broken, and it was.
Oh. Oh
okay.
shit.
Yep. So just I just need a reroll from Zumasu.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
leave
this
me
is
on there.
also a chill episode, seemingly, for everybody watching, because we're kind of making our own decisions.
I would like to potentially stab or get into some poop water.
Sure.
Did it work? Or did I not click the right thing?
If you click on your
Didn't.
token, I think that'll help because I had to do
Okay,
it for
yeah, I
mine.
think that was it.
Oh, you weren't clicking on your tokens? Yeah, you need to do that.
I was just clicking from the character sheet.
Yeah, character sheet.
Yeah,
There we
but if your token's not selected, it doesn't add your token to the initiative. All right.
Hey.
What the hell?
Oh, okay. Now, there are 8 points. You get to choose the first point that we put into anything. You can put it into any of the skills or into any of the defenses. They're currently at the notations marked in red.
Well, let's move up. Let's move up communications.
Okay. What are you doing to improve communications for your organization?
I already hired a spy.
All right. So you're creating a sort of network with this spy and maybe trying to get a way to communicate them outside of...
Gathering information.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Next, Boom Crash.
Oh,
What
no.
point do you want to put in?
Something to do with Sippy, because he's my contribution to Galestone. Yes, I know he has a name, but he is forever Sippy.
Herschel Talabast, yes.
Yes. So, okay, so communications is...
He might be, in a way, lore.
Yeah,
Or
it's...
resolve.
I think
He's also a
lore-
resource. You could probably say he's a resource.
Yeah, so hold on, I'm trying to figure out...
However you want to spin it.
It's... me. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what all of these things sort of basically are.
Yeah, in the domain skills, it'll tell you kind of what you can use them for.
Yeah, it's on the right.
Okay. Domain skills. There we are. Thank you. And
as-
yourself.
As well, the defenses kind of do what they say on the tin, and they have an effect during a battle of warfare, but otherwise they just kind of do what you think they do.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but just remind me, which one were you dumping again? Was it lore or resolve you're dumping?
I thought it was diplomacy.
Yeah, I think it was diplomacy.
Okay.
We're starting off diplomacy not bad, so we can keep it at where it is.
Okay.
That's fair.
We don't do good talkie.
He's a necromantic diviner, so he could definitely easily be lore. And let's remove the minus. Let's bring it to a flat 0, I guess.
Fantastic. All right, Zumasu, what are you doing? Where do you want to put your point?
If I'm talking to Richie Dallas right after this, what would that count as? Lore or resource?
What would you like to
Espionage.
increase? Yeah.
I kind of want to increase lore more, so I am getting more. He's not a spy so much as just a lay of the land kind of reporter.
So he's an information gatherer?
Yeah. Is that more lore at communications, you feel?
Espionage shows investigation stealth. So there's things like learning current enemy defense, learn current enemy defense levels, skill bonuses, or their units. Also learn non-magical information.
I guess it is espionage actually more, because that's kind of what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, lore is like acquire knowledge or magical items, so it could still fall under that.
Espionage is something that we definitely need to rank up, so that's still a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So here's the difference between espionage and lore as far as information gathering goes. Espionage can tell you that, I don't know, a Taurus has a secret magical defense of some sort. Lore will tell you what it is.
I'll take lore.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of wizard. Maybe he knows what kind of wizarding thing he focuses on.
You start getting Richie Dallas to spread his fingers out into the world and try to get in contact with all the people he's maybe had interviews with, all the people he's passing out pamphlets to gather some street information for you. All right, Amon, what are you doing to help the organization?
Well, I was doing a lot of the divination type things. And I'm telling you guys to move the show along, and I did a decent donation to Temple of the Rule. Like, I'm kind of like currently waffling between lore and resolve.
Resolve could be one, keeping you guys in line and putting you guys on the straight and narrow path towards an eventual victory of some sort.
Resolve also makes sense for Amon trying to get this done as fast as possible.
Yeah, so I guess it's resolve because yeah.
Okay, you put a point into resolve. And we go back to Mao.
Angry Deathman is our cheerleader.
Pretty
You
much.
guys have each one more point to put into your organization.
Hey, the beating will cease once the morale improves.
Espionage.
Yeah, that's all you. That's always just
Yeah.
you.
Well, communications, espionage. At least they're both there.
Yep. Easily enough. How are you going into espionage and improving that further? Besides just going in it yourself and sneaking.
Specifically would be the vintners. So
About them.
probably be going and hanging out with some of the smaller gangs to gather information, maybe spread rumors.
Perhaps at this point you're gathering allies from amongst the vintners and trying to find traitors in their organization.
That's true, yeah, because like there definitely seems to be disgruntled people in the group. Like even Ostrich, like they don't quite like working for the vintners, but they're doing it.
It's a means to an end for them.
Mhm.
I find Ostrich.
Oh,
Right.
I was gonna try and find Ostrich. Damn it!
Well, Boom Crash, where would you like to put your point and how?
I don't know. I was thinking about.
I could stick to the minnows and stuff. You want to go and find Ostrich?
It's. I have sending spells, so I could.
Mhm.
Reach out to various allies, including Piss Wizard and Rizzo and Ostrich, especially, to just gather a little bit more intel about what has been happening in Allure. But we could also resources, because I like the idea of our saves being higher as well, because I don't like it when we're not being rolled against.
I mean, no one's gonna be mad if you put into whatever you want to do. So
Yeah,
let's just go for it. Now
Yeah.
people are gonna be mad at me because I'm the last guy. I'm the one that's talking at the last point. So
No.
you do whatever you want to do.
We're all. This is the blind leading the blind. We don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck is going on. So
You can
this is-
technically talk amongst each other and maybe agree to put your last 3 points into something to supercharge it. Or you could
Yeah.
just try to spread them out.
Yes, be mediocre in everything, just like we've always been.
The Mario of this organization.
It's me.
My
Many
next-
units, skill
Mario.
bonuses. I like the idea of buffing espionage a little bit more, I think.
If you put 2 points in, it'll actually go up by 1. That's another thing to consider. They aren't
Every 2
always
points.
going up by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So lore's not going to really go up by much. If you wanted to put 2 points into it, it's only going to go up by 1.
mhm.
Yeah, that's the same for everything,
I see.
actually.
So it ranks up only one more.
It's like
So-
it's like stat increase for all of our characters every 2 points.
Okay. Resolve.
Yeah, and some of them are even harder, like in DCs, your defenses. Like there's 3 17s in there before it turns into an
Mhm.
18. And there's 3 3s in your skills before they go up to 4.
Mm-hmm. So it's a bigger stat cost. Okay. Communications. Resolve. Hold on. Sorry, but bear with me.
That's
Here
fine.
comes an espionage.
You're good.
This is a brand new thing for all
This
of
is
us.
a brand new thing. Resources.
Don't worry, we're gonna get caught out, and then we're all gonna die, and it's not gonna matter.
Watch as we all die this session anyway, and then this is all
Excellent,
for
let's
naught.
do it. Woo!
Let's go into Allure for the second time. No one knows that we're here. Bunch of guards show up. Well, fuck.
You got flying carpets. If you get caught, that's your fault.
Fair.
Literally everybody can fly. Wait, I can't. I don't have my Pegasus. Shit.
You have
Hop on the
Greg.
carpet.
Greg can just run.
Run fast.
Oh, but Zumasu is coming up.
Yeah, you got to work around that. It's a bit of a handicap.
Ouch.
Whoa!
After
Nice burn. There's some fire damage there, buddy.
deployment move, one allied unit rank. Communications. It's Solve. Can I do like group hug therapy bonding sessions and make sure everyone's feeling good about going along and the plan and steps moving forward. And
You
so
could-
we're not demoralized.
Is this
do
to
resolve?
improve resolve?
Yes.
You could help people in drafting propaganda against the oppressive government, and that would increase
Yeah.
the resolve of your overall group.
Absolutely. And especially considering I have the like expert forgery skill. Like I'm pretty good at making vast copies and copying artwork and making things look snazzy. So I'll do
Right.
that.
You
Look,
put
we
one
were ready
into
for all of
resolve.
this.
Zumasu.
Okay. Next thing I was gonna do, we were saying, is that I should just go to the bank, reveal myself, prove myself, and then buy the keep outright to get that started. Would that count more as operations or resources, you guys think?
I think resources, personally.
It would boost your resources. It could also boost diplomacy. It could also boost resolve. There's a few things that could count for. I'd say resources or operations is most likely. Operations also includes anything that can't be accomplished with the other skills. So it has stuff like mustering units, building fortifications, enhancing the infrastructure, basically, of your organization.
I kind of like the
Basically,
idea of
yeah.
buffing operations, to be honest, because it's a hard one to buff, but once we get to 3, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
I'll do operations. I'll
Mhm.
start the paperwork to get us a actual place.
All right.
Cool.
And with that, it goes to Amon. Looks like there are a few that you could increase. You could increase any of your defenses, and it would go up by 1. You increase operations, it'll go up by 1. Anything else will... Oh, lore will also go up by 1. Anything else will not change.
I feel like the lore needs to take a. Only thing I can really contribute is lore, despite the fact irony of me failing my religion checks constantly. I feel like that is what I was focusing on, and with the demons and everything, that's what we need to focus on anyway, a little bit. So put my point on to lore in terms of like doing research, because I did make it to the arcane college once. I got caught, but I can do it again.
Yeah, it's also good because like you're checking in on like lore and gathering information from other gods about like who Incabulus was as well.
You start finding some dissidents that don't agree with the government's current policies, and they happen to be members of the Arcane College and other temples. They start doing some covert research for you and giving you information on the sly, especially things that these organizations might not want you to know about. You increase your lore.
Cool.
Huzzah. And that's that. So, it looks like we have 2 for everything. And then 12 for everything else.
That makes it super easy.
It sure does. You guys
It
are.
also means that we are painfully mediocre.
Sure does.
I'll take it.
We don't
Alright.
know where we need to fall yet.
Well, I know where we need to fall, but at the same time, we're not gaming this too hard.
We don't know how to game it quite yet, because it's like, oh, we should have done that later. We'll see what happens.
So, that's that for now. Your organization is quote-unquote built. You won't need to level up again like that until you, overcome another organization or perhaps accomplish some sort of great milestone in your organization. And we're not currently in Intrigue, so you can do any of these domain skills things. Maybe we'll see if you want to do one today, since there's 2 days until Atorus's gala, which Boomcrash has arranged to meet Atorus at his grand galloping gala of sorts.
Well,
And-
she got an invite, so she was gonna crash, but now she's invited, so it's not as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
I guess one thing we could do
Mhm.
is we could roll for your power dice. There's 4 of you, 4 officers. Each of them have a d4. Okay, so your power dice are a 3, a 4, a 3, and a 1. So that's probably not what you were expecting, but you do roll them ahead of time, so you get to choose which ones you want to use for your abilities whenever you use them. Now
But if you take all the 4s, you're just a selfish jackass.
Yeah, and it really depends. You guys can talk about it, or you could have one person take all of your dice if you really wanted to. Your 2 domain powers right now are finding weaknesses. You can use a bonus action to take one of those power dice, and one creature of your choice gets a penalty to AC equal to that number until your next turn. So you could say give somebody a -3 or a -4 or a -1 to their AC for a round, which basically means everybody hound on that person.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, Traitor, that lets you basically take one of their allies and bring them to your side, but it requires you taking all the rest of the power dice from your power pool, which for you guys isn't a lot right now. You don't have a lot of officers, your domain isn't very strong, so you could get somebody with what is it, power dice times your domain size.
We could get a kobold.
You could get a kobold.
Mhm.
You can get somebody with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hit points.
That's a
if-
10th level
Sidekick.
player character.
Yeah, if you find
That's a-
somebody with 11 hit points, they're your guy.
Actually,
Oh, I thought it was hit
no,
dice.
no,
Never
I have
mind.
an idea. We just beat up someone, and then I beat them back with the
Oh, sorry, it's hit points. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You beat up anyone to the ground, and then I just do healing word, and then you guys need to convince. It's like this guy's gonna do it to you again. Like you better join us.
Yep.
Come with
Okay, I
me,
like it.
responsibility.
Does that actually work? I mean, that makes
That
sense.
works per the rules.
Cool.
That's
okay,
excellent.
we got a strategy.
Okay, we could do a shakedown. This is awful. I love it.
You work for us now. Damn, you're right. I do.
I don't want to die, so I guess that's how it goes.
No, we're doing the high school like bancho anime where like defeat equals friendship. It's like I will serve you all.
All right, Chad from Bleach or any
Yeah.
other example.
Exactly.
The guy with the big sword in Rurouni Kenshin.
You beat me. I must follow you till until death.
This is Naruto Talk no Jutsu.
All right. So that is that. I will close this here doohickey, I think, or maybe I'll just zipple it. There we go. So, now you guys have gone around town. You've started gathering information. You've talked to Richie Dallas. He's informed you on the current situation going
Yes.
on here.
I want to know the gossip.
Indeed. Get rid of the
Spill the tea, Richie. Spill the tea.
I assume we went through the whole thing of like send messages, find a safe space, I'll be in disguise, reveal myself to prove, and then yada yada.
Sure, yeah. We can understand that. Richie Dallas, now that you have found him, is in a sort of warehouse somewhere in the lower districts of the Undercity. He agrees to meet you at the Blue Goat, a nearby tavern. That is
The Blue Goat.
The Blue Goat. I hate it when she gives me Blue Goat.
Oh no.
You guys head to the Blue Goat. It's a tavern that you guys have not been to before. It seems to have a stuffed goat just kind of hanging outside of it, looking awkwardly at the street. It's a rundown sort of place, but as you look inside, it's at least got some forms of furnishings here that are sturdy, but not fancy. And that's the general vibe you get from this place. Sturdy, well-built, not fancy in the slightest. There's a lot of odd characters around, but you eventually find Richie Dallas, one of the few halflings sporting a wide-brimmed hat and his long blonde mullet. As you go over and prove yourselves that you're truly who you say you are, Richie bids you have a seat. So,
Persuade, threaten, same thing.
you're finally back in Allure.
Yeah, travels have been kind of all over the place. What's going on?
Things have gotten a bit out of hand in Allure, if I'm being a little honest. I don't have my job at the Ivory Herald anymore.
I'm sorry, Richie.
They raided Peggy's house at one point. We had to take what we could and leave. Thankfully, we had a bit of advance notice, so we were able to salvage the printing press. Brought it to an abandoned warehouse. That's where a lot of us are kind of holing up. The Raven's been gathering allies. We've been trying to meet in
The
secret.
Raven's still alive?
Well, we haven't seen them in some time. It's been a week or two since last we saw them. The thing is, the senators, they basically said if the Raven kept doing what they were doing, that something bad was going to happen. Through intercepted messages to the Vintners, found that they were going to kill Peggy and Juliana if the Red Raven ever returned. So she herself has been in hiding, but organization still lives strong, because they can't stop organization.
So, who technically has Juliana and Peggy right now?
That we don't know. We assume it's the Vintners from the messages that we intercepted. It seemed to be a message directed at us. It was an easy thing to decode.
But at the same time, the senators are working in tandem, or is this
Wait.
more like a group of senators?
We need to gather more information. They're not exactly a priority right now, but if we do find them, the Raven can come back. They won't have any cards to play against them.
Have you heard of a Taurus?
Indeed we have. From what the Red Ravens told us, he's the center of this operation. So we've been trying to keep an eye on his comings, goings, his dealings. He seems separate from the Vintners somehow. We can't pin him down or tie anything to him. But
you know he's getting married, though, right?
yeah, you
Yeah.
had asked about that. What's up with that?
Who is he getting married to?
I don't really know. I didn't think that it was important. He's always with some new courtesan every day. But-
Yeah, sounds about right.
All I know is it's some redhead. But as long as this... It just doesn't... We really need leadership. I don't know how long I can do this.
We need somebody to get an organization to beat this organization.
Well, now that I'm back, I was actually thinking of possibly getting my old keep back. You've heard of Galestone Keep, the winery?
I have. There's wine that comes from there, but all that I know about it is that it's owned by a Taurus.
Technically speaking, it's co-owned, but my disappearance kind of left that up in the air. If my memory is correct about the way the paperwork work, if I just prove that I'm alive and pay the down payment, I might be able to take total control of the building. In which case, we could possibly maybe move some of your operation over there, give you a bit of safety.
We'd be safe there? If it belongs to a Taurus?
I could buy ownership, and there's also possibility a way to have defenses as well.
Basically saying it's not a Taurus's first, it was his first.
Yep.
He inherited... He acquired it.
Well, dang. If you own an entire keep, something defensible against a Taurus and his scryings, then maybe we do have a chance. We could keep a cell here in Allure and keep communications with them. I have a few sending stones that we've been able to muster up so we can communicate at least between 3 teams.
Mm.
Kind of an odd question and maybe a little arrogant, but has there been any word about me? Has the Grey Guard been looking for me? Have anybody said anything? Just want to make sure what happens. Kind of curious what happens when I do make my appearance again.
Well, you've been presumed dead, so I don't think anybody's really been looking into you. If anything, I think the files are on hush-hush. They don't want anybody to look at them.
Sounds about right.
We don't really have too many agents in the Leaf Crown, so we can't really get in there.
I mean, a Taurus already knows I'm alive through some other mishaps we've had. but he obviously doesn't want anybody to know.
Yeah. Currently, Galestone is still owned and run by him, so that's something that we should buy outright and handle today, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can get information to the rest of them. It's best we don't stay here for too long. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Do you have any?
No, it's all right. You go first.
All right, fine. Do you know the vintners? You keep track of the smaller gangs like the minnows?
We try and keep tabs on their basic movements, but not specific things. A small group like the minnows doesn't really catch our attention that well.
Well, how about during a night, maybe last night, night before, a trade-off of some sort of important artifact? It would have been very, very quiet. And it was somewhere, was it the Shadow Slum? Is that where it was?
That is where you saw it happen.
Yeah.
I'm
Within
afraid
that
we didn't. I'm afraid we didn't catch anything happening that night. Not last night, anyway.
All right.
But we can look into it if it's important.
You know they do deal with interesting artifacts and magical items, not just booze, right?
We're well aware of the vintners being less than scrupulous, from what the Red Raven's been able to tell us.
Well, then, if you already know that, keep an eye on anything they're trying to keep quiet. If you hear a whisper, look into that whisper. Just in case it's something very dangerous and very deadly. It could be used against a mass of people and us.
Will do. And should we keep looking for this Juliana person that the Raven was threatened about? And Peggy.
Peggy, we don't know where she is, but we have a pretty good idea of where Juliana is. After all, she does have red hair.
So that would be her.
Maybe.
It's likely.
I didn't meet her personally. I just met with Peggy in the... occasionally, whenever we would do a secret meeting.
Mhm.
I never knew what Juliana looked like. But if that is Juliana, she's right close to the enemy.
Yeah, and that's a very dangerous place to be. So we're going to see if we can get her out.
Best of luck to you.
Mao talked upon actually what I was going to ask, which was about the vintners, but I have another question. You said you might have some small contacts related to the Leaf Crown, but do you think I could maybe talk to some of them, see if I could sow a little discord maybe in the rank?
Said we don't have many resources in the Leaf Crown.
Yeah, that's a no.
I think you're just gonna have to show up to that one and just say, "Hey, I'm alive." Freak them out.
To see if I can surprise somebody. Would you happen to know if the Grey Guard ever got reinstated, or is that still down with the whole,
The Grey
police
Guard's
state?
been dissolved from the announcement that they made a while back. The former leader, some Arn fella, is now in charge of most of the Leaf Crown.
I'm gonna have to just maybe see if I can find anybody who was a previous member. See if I can get some info from them. Sometimes you old habits die hard. Maybe I can find somebody who was part of the old guard that might still believe in weeding out what's wrong.
Could buy them a drink, and they might have a better chance of talking to you.
Yep. This might be just. I'll have to ask DM if the Grey Guard would have other people I could possibly look into. Because I guess it wouldn't be just a small organization, just an inn.
Yeah, there weren't a ton of people in your organization, as far as the Grey Guard itself. But you could look around. You know that the honored paladins that were kind of your level, there was a Katharina. She's currently on basically the Crusades. She's out leading the military. There were a few others. Honored Paladin Bogerson, Narstep, and Defaniel.
Duthaniel?
Defaniel. It's like Daniel with an F in between the E and A.
Okay, that's a weird name. Uh,
I'm personally offended by that name. Continuing.
okay, but those are the honored paladins, not technically Grey Guards.
They are honored paladins of the Grey Guard.
Oh, honored paladins.
Honored paladin is the rank that they are in the Grey Guard, so those are the higher ups.
Okay.
You were among them.
Oh, I thought it was just a general. Okay, that's good clarification. I thought that was like just a general paladin thing.
Yeah, it would be like HP Defaniel.
Okay. Yeah, I could look into any of those guys and maybe see if I could get an ear on what's going on with the military.
All right.
I guess the first things first then is for me to go make my appearance at the bank.
So do we all need to stay together, or can we start separating is the question?
I think we can separate, and as long as we know where to meet.
We should all probably go check in on where we could meet first, because we're in the area.
Do you still have access to that person's identity you stole now?
Well, I checked in on him, and he definitely hasn't come back. But in case there's squatters, we might need to rough him up a bit. But we could check out his apartment.
Want to check out the apartment first?
Yeah, we'll clear it out, make it safe, check for wards and stuff, and that could be our HQ.
Well, the warehouse is nearby if you need to, well, keep up with the rest of the crew. Welcome back, boys. And ladies. Tips his hat. Tips fedora.
Ugh.
Thanks, Richie, for all your help. Stay safe.
You two friends. Dangerous
Yes,
times.
thank you.
He gets up and he leaves.
All right, so let's first clear out that spot. Then I should probably buy the keep today if I can. We got a pool
Yeah.
of money resources.
Right. You guys head over to Biff's apartment. The incorrigible Biff Longsword. Longsteel? Longsteel, I think.
Steel.
Yes. Biff Longsteel.
Steel
Always
as in
strong.
Steal?
Yes.
I think technically not, but
It's not. But he was a part of the Thieves Guild, so it's great.
you head to Biff's apartment. It's a rundown old shithole. You go by Biff's apartment, specifically, like his room, and there are just copies of the Ivory Herald stacked up in front of it in a dirty old pile. Looks like somebody has thrown some stray food nearby the door, and it's starting to rot and stink. As you start fiddling around with the keys, you hear a voice echoing from down the hallway. Hey! Hey, you! And a portly old man or woman, you're not sure, rushes down the hallway. Hey, you belong in that apartment?
Who's asking? I start reaching for my dagger. And how much do you care about your life?
I'm just kind of freezing up a little bit. Just like, this is what's Mal gonna do?
I'm the landlord. That person hasn't paid rent in several months. I'm here to collect. They got at least 3 gold pieces.
They're probably dead. What up here? If I pay for them, you gonna leave us alone?
Somebody's gotta pay. And since you guys got a key, I assume that must be one of you.
Yeah, might be the reason why it could be dead. I toss 3 coin. Go away.
Don't cause any trouble. Don't need any more of that in this place.
I whispered to him, I'm surprised he didn't just, do an eviction notice and then just rent it out to somebody else, even though this is, I look around, not the greatest.
I think they just wanted coin because it's not the greatest.
Whatever, who cares?
yeah.
Let's go.
Go inside. From all the
Thank
scrying,
you.
everything here, no one is walking around.
You go inside, and there is, in fact, nobody here. Moldy food,
Boomcrash starts
trash.
tidying.
Prestidigitation.
I take
Prestidigitation,
out my
yes.
soap bar.
All right.
No, don't purchase it. Don't do that because we might miss evidence in case. Don't clean up the evidence. Don't use bleach.
But it smells.
Don't use
Okay,
bleach.
let me just do an investigation real quick. I can tell
Okay.
if somebody's been here or something. Or...
That's fair, yeah.
Okay.
I did a
You'll-
very average roll.
It's a very average roll. You look around, and you do note one unusual thing. The window to the room, it looks like the hinge has been busted, and it's been closed once again. The lock is only barely closed.
So somebody came in and came out.
Someone's been using this place and squatting.
Does somebody want to babysit here then until we meet up again?
I can babysit.
I thought you were gonna go look for people's.
Unless somebody else wants to babysit, I can babysit.
I can babysit and
And clean.
clean.
Are you a maid?
It could be
Yeah,
a kid.
because I'm pretty sure Mao has more money in her portable hole than.
Yeah, it's quite a bit in there.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, I need monies because I did spend a
Yeah,
lot on
so
this game
you need a money bags, and I think the only thing that you could potentially need me for is like a persuasion or something. So I think that's the only thing that I would be good for in this instance, but also Mao has
could-
really good insight, so
Actually, now I'm thinking about it, we have animals. We could just leave a familiar.
yeah.
As like a
we can-
warning. That's true.
Yeah, just like a hiding out warning, and when we get back, they could sense us
Okay.
and fly out the window.
Okay, Goose will chill and crash here then.
How much
Um,
money do people
You
need so I
can
can
you can keep
disperse?
Goose because Lena can be invisible. She can just chill out here invisible until things happen.
Oh
Or in
yeah,
case things happen.
that's even better.
So that works. Okay, we'll just have Elena chill here, and we can go about our business.
Yeah, drag her and drop her.
I clean off a nice little spot for Elena and give her some food. You'll be okay there, right? Right, little bunny?
I put her on the map.
There you go. All right. Let's go to the bank because I think that I might need your help, Boom Crash, both monetarily and possibly persuasion.
Okay, let's go.
Can I go to Tragedies and meet you there so I can grab the hat of disguise?
Sure.
Also, how much money do you need before leaving the apartment? I can literally just dump it into your bag of holding.
How
I
much platinum you got?
currently I have 11,200 platinum in my bag of holding.
Oh, that's a lot of platinum.
It's a lot of platinum. We
Yeah,
are
like 13,000 platinum pieces.
yeah,
Yeah.
we are filthy fucking rich. Mao is slightly richer because she has a bigger bag.
I'm only
I have a
at
pocket.
I'm at 1200 platinum now because I had to spend so much on the armor. Yeah, okay, one of you might be fine. If you wanna just throw me like a 1,000 platinum, that'd be helpful, I guess, just in case.
I pull out the pocket and start jumping into it and kind of pulling out some coins and just chucking it above. There.
Okay.
I got 2,229 platinum. All right, I hope, and then plus Boom Crashes, I think this will be enough. I hope.
This should be enough to buy a castle, considering that we've already put a down payment up on it.
We are buying out another share, but hopefully.
Yeah, how much was it last time? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but it was in gold pieces, not platinum pieces.
True.
That's the only reason why I'm like, if you have tens of thousands of platinum pieces, I'm like, oh, yeah, that should probably.
We're
be
probably
fine.
okay. So, anyway, let's go.
Okay. So Mao goes to Tragic Antiques. The place is open for business, so you're able to just easily go on in. The place looks like it's been collecting a bit of dust as of late. Tragedy looks up from his desk as he's filing his long clawed nails. It's you.
It's me. Hey, you still have that hat?
I do. I do.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I'll just go fetch the hat for you. I think one of the goblins has it in the back.
Sure, yeah, no, I'll come with you. I'm gonna follow him because I don't trust him right now.
Roll an insight check.
I would love to be able to roll an insight check, actually.
You can do that.
Who's on dog duty to tell a tourist if people show up? Probably Tragedy.
He already knows we're here.
That's true.
But
doesn't know where we
it's probably that he has multiple alarms set up, so right now, like, all of his alarms are going off at once, type of deal.
Which is probably a great thing, honestly.
Yes. We're just fucking with everything. We're just being annoying by existing. This is a beautiful day.
I mean, as soon as I buy the thing, he's gonna learn that he just got bought out and he's gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Whatever. Do you want to
He-
know what it could be even? Anyway. Anyway, go.
From his faltering speech, he does seem like he's nervous to see you rather than excited to see you as he normally is in his manner. Yeah, it's not a normal reaction for him, and you're able to pick up on that. You're not sure what he's up to, obviously, but
Spill it. Just has him like walking by him. What's going on?
nothing's going on. I am getting your hat for you.
Look,
said,
no one followed me in. No one saw me coming here. What's going on?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, bitch. Yes.
You kind of
Money, please.
as you do this, you kind of like level with him and like put a hand on his shoulder, and the man is so touch starved that he,
Oh
he just gulps, and then he looks around. He shoos the goblins away. Go on off with you. Just go clean the basement. Fools, you damn fools. He kicks one of them in the behind as they're going. And he goes and he finds a hat on a little coat rack. Takes it off. Pats off the dust and hands it to you. They've been looking for you. Been told multiple times to keep an eye out for you and your gang of misfits. You got some powerful people on your ass, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, if you want to make this official, we could probably figure out a way to erase your memory so you actually don't know that we're here. Or I could just let you know, yeah, we're here, and you should probably shut up so we could do some stuff.
Or you could ask him to, who is he reporting to?
Don't worry, I'm getting there.
Okay.
look, I want to help you out, but my hands are tied. The
By
vintners,
who?
the vintners have a real tight press on me right now. I owe them a lot of money. I can't do anything, and even if you say like, oh, I'll just pay for you, they're just gonna ask for more.
Well, what if I give you enough that can keep them off your back for now?
It might buy me some time. But I feel like they're after something other than just money.
Well, whatever. Give me some shit trinkets you've got around you're hanging on to, and it'll actually look like a real sale. And you can hold off. But who? Who is it? He said the vintners. There's a whole slew of people.
Yeah, it's a big organization, that's for sure. There's
Is it a were-rat?
No, Flick Whisker's always good to me.
Oh, okay. Flick Whisker's good too. All right, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
There's a larger group from the Two Fishes, a group called the Marlins. They've taken over the streets a bit. Normally they were just confined to the Two Fishes, just doing business for the vintners on the down low, but now they're actually out there doing enforcement. They're a lot harsher than the minnows were.
Who runs the Marlins?
Some hothead.
Like a fire genasi?
Eh,
Not like that, dear.
Okay.
Their name is Johnny Whitebeard, I think.
Okay.
He's a
Distinguishing features.
surly fellow with a eye patch.
Got it. Does he actually have a white beard?
Yeah, it's not a huge beard. He's not a dwarf, but sure sounds like one. Either way, he's been by a few times personally to oversee my efforts. They're specifically looking for you guys, but they also are just after money.
Don't worry, they'll eventually meet us. And how about you don't be in the middle between two blades crossing?
Sure. I'll try to keep that in mind.
Alright, give me some of the junk that you're just sitting. I don't give a shit what it is. Just give me junk. I start unfolding the pocket and tell me how much fucking money you need. literally hopping into the pocket, getting down in there, and like scooping out gold again.
Don't start out with your hand open.
Too late.
Oil of sharpness would be kind of useful.
Yeah, I
I
do
don't
have
even remember
this.
what he has.
Well, you can click on him.
Click on him, and then you click on the wares.
Oh, he's still there.
Ooh, he has. He can locate an item.
Look at the box.
Yes.
You implicating him more. God damn.
I mean, he's
Ow.
already implicated, so
Yeah.
like what's more gonna hurt?
Well, he does have all those wares available that are on the list. I think the only one that isn't there technically is the Cape of the Mountebank, because I think
Amon has
Amon bought that a long time ago.
Yeah.
What's the mirror of myriad faces?
The mirror. Any creature that looks in the mirror can cast Alter Self on themselves. Doesn't require concentration, but any damage that you take end the magic. Can only be used once each day.
How long does alter self last?
It's a while.
It's better than disguise self too, because you can do weird racial stuff too.
That's
Like
yeah.
take
That's what I was
kills.
wondering.
It lasts for 1 hour.
The hat of disguise is fine.
Okay.
We have a joint relationship with that, but I'm gonna buy that ring of or the chair of trapping, and I'm gonna put it in Biff's house.
A chair
Sorry.
that, when the command word is spoken, restrains a creature sitting within it. DC
Yes.
16 Dex to prevent themselves from becoming restrained. Once restrained, they can use an action to escape. Escape DC 16.
I'm just
They
really
automatically
Trav,
fail
you
if they
still
have
your weird
12
sex
or less strength.
dungeon chair, because I think I need that.
Oh, you're interested in the ball whipper. Well,
What?
can certainly get that out for you.
Or well, I just need to know the code word that's for it, and then that's fine.
Very
Why don't you
well.
sit down and I'll tell you.
No, we've tried that before.
Well, the command word is... Shit. I have it written down here somewhere. Oh, that's right. It's, Slut Shamer.
Okay, all right.
You can change it if you want, but, I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
The safety word is pineapple. Just to stick with that.
And this rune on the back will, free anybody that's trapped in there. They can't free themselves with the button, though.
Nice. It's only 300 gold pieces. That's it. All right. So, yeah. So oil, a chair, and I'll probably grab a couple other things. But I'm just gonna dump like 1,000 platinum pieces on his hand.
Okay. Cool. Just put those in your inventory. I'll populate the chat if it doesn't do that already.
You're giving him
it did.
1,000 platinum? Yeah, grab the ring of regeneration too.
Mhm.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah. No, I'm just grabbing a lot of stuff. Like literally just as if this is a real sale, and it's a sale for each day kind of thing. Don't say it all sold today.
Oh, sure. Okay. You give him that much money, and he is able to hook you up with those items. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just put, I guess that they are tragedies, ring of regeneration, etc.
Yeah. Well, if that's 10,000 gold pieces, I'll probably be giving him more than platinum, but I'll cover it. I'm getting Ring of Regeneration, the Arrow of Aberration Slaying, the chair, and the Oil of Sharpness, and there you go. So I'll do math, but I'm done, and I'll put the chair back in the house and meet up with people.
Pleasure doing business with you. Stay safe out there, my friend.
Hat.
Is there anything else that I can do for you since you're here, since you're back?
Don't die, and the hat.
Right. There's no information that you want me to find or items you want me to locate?
Oh no, I just assumed that you would tell me if something was going on because I'm giving you a shit ton of money and helping you out.
Well, I've told you all that I know.
And next time you'll tell me anything else? Eh?
I think that we can assume that we have a relationship at this point.
Yeah, sure. It's not like a labeled thing, though. We don't call it like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Don't worry about it. A relationship, yeah.
Is Mal blushing?
Sure.
She's magenta.
Gross.
Leaves.
Hey.
Boom Crash's stupid senses are tingling.
Nowhere. That was your name, right?
Yep.
I don't know if you're gonna be safe in the city, but you seem to have made it back to me a few times. You're not bad, you know.
Thanks.
Good. Great. Nailed it.
Don't worry, I'll have plenty of tries. I don't plan on dying. Bye!
Goodbye. She's gone. Hey.
Yep.
Alright. The rest of yous.
The
Where you guys off to now?
bank.
To the
So I guess
bank.
I'm talking to you guys and just like, okay, should I? And I'm like kind of flustering with my disguise self spell. What should I wear here? Do I want to wear a suit? Is there like a suit of armor that I could do, and I just make it like all nice and shiny?
Boom Crash casts prestidigitation and makes you look all shiny and resplendent and paladin-y.
Okay. I'm still currently spent, and should I turn into Zumasu before we get in there, or as I make my
Yes, you should
appearance?
turn into Zumasu before you get in there.
Okay, let's just find a nice little corner
Yeah,
beforehand.
because
Then
people are
so
just going to
nobody
like,
sees.
hey, a changeling. We gotta kill it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just find a little alleyway since I think people are kind of keeping an eye out, and I'll just keep my head down until we get there. So I'll find a little alley, switch myself to my normal looking face, shine up my armor, and we'll head over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You change yourself out and start heading to, I mean, you called it the bank, but it's technically the Builders Guild,
Yeah.
where you got your loan from the Builders Guild to finish Galestone. You regain your former brilliant and shining armor, your Yanti face, your white hair, stricken white from your one botched resurrection, and you start walking down the streets, and people are kind of like looking at you pass with all these misfits, and some people are starting to talk. A few Leaf Crown guards kind of like look at you and kind of like look at each other like, wait, what? And you eventually make it to Builders Guild. You get off of your horse and head on inside. The rest of your crew, everybody's kind of sitting at their desks, just minding their own business. Somebody holds up their hand and says, "We can help the next people."
I motion for the group.
Okay, we're coming.
Working my way over. Excuse me. I believe there's been a miscalculation in the state of my being alive. My name's Zumosu Serpenthelm, and I'm here to pay for my keep.
Keep. And what is your keep?
Galestone Keep.
Oh. Then you would want to talk to Trachey Arcano. He's one of our tax collectors over there.
All right, thank you. I'll walk over to Trachey Arcano.
Go to the thin, black-haired, goateed half-elf. He looks you up and down. Wait, I've seen you before. Are you here for Galestone? You're
Yep.
supposed to be dead.
Yes, that apparently was an untrue rumor. My demise was not
Apparently.
imminent.
You could say it was fake news.
Yes. And I've decided that I'd like to buy out the rest of the shares for the keep and bring it under its proper ownership.
Well, I need to prove that you're really who you say you are. There's plenty of magic that could be deceiving something like this.
Yes, of course. Would you want to do a zone of truth spell? Do you have a priest on hand or something?
We have a resident mage. I'll go find them. He kind of gets up from his desk in a rush. He looks over to somebody else and says, "Make sure they don't touch any of my files. Guards, watch them." And he heads into the back. He comes forth with a mage. You don't know them. they seem to be a member of the Arcane College from their garb, and they seem to be casting some spells. From Boomcrash's knowledge, seems to be detect magic. They seem to be trying to dispel anything that might be on you. As long as you don't really interfere, eventually they say they are clean, to the best of my knowledge. But he died. There were death reports and everything. His house blew up. A tree ant exploded out of it. It was all over the news at one point. Well,
Yeah.
nevertheless, this person is who they say they are. There's no magic hiding them. Unless they've completely changed their face somehow permanently without the use of magic. There would be scarring from something like that. This is the person you say it is. I can try a divination spell and... Go confirm a divination spell in your own time.
As I said, if you'd like me to do a truth spell, that's fine. I'm alive.
Well, I suppose, since you are who you say you are, and you are alive, let's get down to paperwork. My field of expertise kind of like shoves the mage aside. Now, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Takes out a quill, and he starts writing down a few forms. I need you to make a investigation check.
Before I get scammed.
Well,
Could I have like,
mostly just to do the form successfully.
could I have Mao help me?
I'm not there. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, but Boomcrash is going to be looking over your shoulder and making
Yeah.
sure everything is... The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed.
I just want the help action for this.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely make a mistake and Boomcrash helps.
Yeah. It's like, no, sweetie. You see, you don't have to fill out that section. You fill out the next one.
And that one's just for their office purposes.
But I thought because I knew that information, it's okay, whatever.
You're being helpful, and it's very admirable.
How is the office going to fill out my mother's maiden name? I don't... Oh, I see. You're pointing to that section.
They just duplicated, so why can't I just... Okay, whatever.
But you need a third one? How do you... And this goes on for some time. You eventually seem to work through everything. You've gone through all of the proper channels. It looks like... Looks like the only thing that needs to happen is that a Taurus needs to validate it, and he's going to be compelled to do that because he technically isn't the name of the person on the lease. He just owns the majority shares of this holding. So he's going to be compelled to sign this, but once it is signed, it is in effect your keep once more.
This is the best dig that you could do, because he
Yeah.
has to do it.
Yeah. So how much, darling,
yeah.
do we owe you?
Well, that's the rub, isn't it?
Mhm.
Guys owe, I think a Taurus put in the rest to make it like 50,000 or something for your original keep.
Mhm.
Don't quote me on that actually, because I know where I can find the information, because I know where I originally got it from. The DM's guide. So I was using those stronghold rules back then, which it kind of lines up anyway. But I know you guys borrowed a bunch of money for it. That's why you needed a Taurus.
Yep.
Okay. I know where to find this. Where is it? Aha. We're getting there. Right area. Okay. Keep for a small castle is 50,000 gold pieces. I think you guys were able to put in 10,000 or 20,000 or something to that effect because of your reward money.
Like that. Yeah.
So I think you need to pay off 30,000
Gold pieces.
gold pieces.
So that'd be...
Would you prefer gold or platinum, darling?
Either works.
Okay, so 3,000 platinum?
That will be amenable.
Okay. She starts taking out fat stacks and putting them on this dude's desk.
God, it feels so good.
Oh god, it's so nice to be rich.
In the meantime, are there any improvements that you want to make to your stronghold? And at this point, I'll say that you can start your next improvements to your stronghold now. It'll take a month for the winery to improve, and a month and a half for the keep to improve.
So does that go on the sheet we had, or is that
That
just...
will eventually go on the sheet that you have,
Mhm.
because
Oh.
the next improvement for the winery is 16,000 GP. Sorry, 1,600 GP. For the keep, it's 4,000 gold pieces.
4,000.
But once
So we
you
can.
increase those, it'll become a level 2 establishment and a level 2 keep. So your rumors, favors, income, your training abilities, those will all increase based
How
on
much did you
your
say each of those was?
total 5,600.
I'll put 560 platinum pieces up to just upgrade both.
Okay. It is now in the works. I'm just gonna put these like in red, I guess, and then we can start counting down.
Okay, we didn't need Mao's money anyway.
Yeah, and Amon's insistence on tracking time is going to come in super handy with making sure that everything is going according to plan.
Indeed.
Yes, me being annoying is helping.
You're
That's why
always
you were
helpful.
resolved.
Oh, you're always helpful, friend. Okay, you guys have taken back ownership of Galestone Keep and have started on its improvement. The Builders Guild has approved all the improvements that you've asked for, and will send some masons out there to get things started.
Out of curiosity on a few questions regarding now ownership, the current employees, they still all retain, correct? Was there anybody that Atorus personally had installed there or under his direct employment?
There was a Castellan that was in charge of things. They are still under the current employment. You can fire them or rehire people as you wish.
Is there a guild or somewhere where we can interview and find a new castle?
You can certainly try. You can just appoint anybody that you wish. Oh, my dear. We don't have a lot of holdings as far as Ilore matters, as far as castles go. So this was a unique circumstance. I would say just try to find somebody that trust to run the place for you. We don't really have anybody in charge of that here. We're a builders guild.
Understandable. I figured it was worth the ask. Thank you.
I myself am looking around and I don't really see any place.
Yeah. Zumas Boomcrash sort of does an aside to Zumasu. It was like, what do you say we bring one of our old Dwarven friends out of retirement and ask him if he wants a post at a keep?
That would make sense. He did seem to be good with money and keeping things in order.
Yep, and especially since you have a bunch of dwarves already stationed there, it might come in handy.
We can. Let's go find Grovel or what's his face? What's the other guy?
Barty.
Barty or Grovel. Because
the last you saw them, they were walking into the hills somewhere.
I can send a message spell to them and see if we can get in touch.
Yeah, because leaving the current Castellan, I wouldn't trust them too much.
Oh, not. I would like to fire that bitch as soon as possible.
Yeah, if they're out of there before Atorus has to sign anything, that'd be better.
Yeah. So maybe like express to the Builders Guild was like, yeah, we would like to fire her pretty much immediately, and we will be replacing her on our own time.
Yes, I'll just tell her that. Yes, we'd like to have her abdicate her position immediately. We're going to find somebody else on our own time.
That's up to you to deliver that news, but for now, I will be putting your name in charge of the castle and taxes and building permits and all such matters.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take their name off of everything, but it's your job to fire them.
Okay.
Okay.
We will do so presently then.
Good. Is there anything else that I can help you with today?
Actually, if that's the case, you have a mage on staff. Would you be able to inform them of the change of ownership, and then I could follow up with the firing?
What do you mean? Send them a sending spell?
Yeah.
Yes, to confirm that the change of hands. I would assume they'd probably want to verify this before, being told by somebody they thought was dead that they're fired.
We'd have to use a sending scroll. That would cost you.
Fine.
How much?
is it?
A sending scroll. Let me check. Let's see. We're going to fill out this and this.
Because I can do it. It's going to cost me an elder slot, and I would need to nap for an hour.
I just figured it would make more sense to kind of have it from an official source.
Yeah,
Yada.
the formality, that makes sense.
Oh, I suppose I understand that.
What's it called when you go to a place to go and get like an official stamp seal on it?
Notarized?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
notarized.
basically I'm trying to get this notarized.
It'll cost 3,000 gold pieces for a sending spell.
God damn. Sure, yeah.
300 platinum.
Jesus.
Magic is expensive.
Boom Crash is looking at this mage being like, you're making bank, dude.
Usually we just
Wow.
send them a letter, but if that's what you desire, we
Urgency is important.
can accommodate your urgency. I'll get one of the sending scrolls and be sure to cast it.
Thank you much.
Just write down what you'd like to tell them, and sure, you tell them that, whatever.
Yeah, I hereby affirm that Zumasu is now in charge of the keep. The position of Castellan is relinquished from yada 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 yada.
Okay, message has been sent. The recipient has confirmed receipt of the message.
I asked Mao, you want to go scrying them real quick?
I guess through the sending stone?
Through this crystal ball.
Yeah, but are you contacting me through the sending stone?
Oh yes, yeah, I'll do that. I'll ask you through the sending stone. Hey Mao, we bought a keep. Can you check in on the Castellan? We just fired her.
Fine, and I'm still attuned to it, so I'll go into a corner someplace and lean up against the wall and check.
You
let
just
us know
kind of
afterwards
sit
what
down
happened.
in the middle of like a busy streetway. You just sit onto like a bench and you start pondering your orb.
No, she does a Russian squat.
The Slav squat.
Everyone just trips over me.
Right. I'm gonna make a little check Rooney. You're
You might
only
get mugged.
you've met them before, I think.
Mm-hmm. Can also just check on the place too. I can scry
We've been
on
to the
place.
room.
Yeah, I've been in the room, so I can scry on the room to see if she's in there first. So that way there's no saves. And then I could always just scry on her if she's not there.
Okay. You do succeed in scrying on Ravana Draish. She seems to be currently complaining to her staff, one of the nearby guards, that she's been relieved of duty. She's saying how this is an insult to everything that she's worked for, and a Taurus will 100% be hearing about this. He will surely clear up this obvious mistake. She then starts drafting a letter.
I relay that information to Zmosu as I get up to continue walking to the bank.
Yep, this definitely is going to mean in at least indirect war. But we now have possession of the keep, so that's that. We have to find a new Castellan though.
Boom Crash, while she's walking with Zumasu, is going to use one of her elder slots and send a sending spell to Bonry, and ask like, "Hey, Bonry."
That's gonna be hard.
You mean
The dead guy?
Grovel.
Oh, no.
Grovel.
Grovel. Yeah, sorry, motherfucker.
That was very funny, though.
Oh, god
all
damn it!
dwarves
Yeah,
are the
no.
same.
Yeah, okay, I do respond. I'm just gonna respond with ...
Yeah,
Does sending
no.
work across the plains? Maybe it goes to their.
It does actually.
He was an epitome of a dwarf. So does that mean he made it to like Nirvana or wherever?
That would be awesome. If he were like chilling in Valhalla and all of a sudden this random bird lady he knew for like a few weeks tries to contact him.
I'm gonna say because the way that sending works, it does not contact Bonry, because Bonry is no longer his identity; it's his soul that is going on.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, so you don't just wake up and go, "Yeah, I'm in hell" or whatever.
Huh.
You kind of just wake up a realization and have a faint memory of who you once were.
Reborn style.
Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Slip of the tongue. My bad.
It was
Revel.
perfect.
other grumpy, surly dwarf.
Okay, what are you
But-
saying?
Hi, Grovel. It's Tea Kettle Whistle. It's been a while. Are you interested in a job at a keep? We have plenty of peach wine. Bunch of dwarves. Could be fun.
Persuasion check.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Yeah. Last we saw him, because we scryed on him before, he was going up into a mountain pass, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Made
The
a good
response
roll.
takes a few seconds to happen. I remember you. I'm retired. I don't know what you want, but what does this job mean? He ends.
Okay. I'm gonna use another sending spell. It's like, it's in Galestone. It's south of Allure. Safe and independent. You know the owner. And it should hopefully, we just want someone to run the place. Someone that we can trust, someone that we know.
Official title of Castellan.
Official title is Castellan.
The response ponders for a second and says, free of the vintners.
You say we'd be independent of the vintners.
I said safe and independent.
Oh yeah.
They're still asking.
He's still asking. Fuck.
I mean, we
I-
technically.
I need a nap. I don't
just-
have any more spell slots.
Just go pay them for a spell slot. Just be like,
Wait,
yo,
two
mage.
How many spells have you cast? You've only cast 2 spells, right?
But I haven't rested.
Oh.
Yeah, we did
So
kind of
I don't have any of my spell slots left. I used a bunch of sending spells like last time.
Yeah.
And now I used my last 2 warlock slots, so I'm out.
So it's free of the vintners, right? Right?
It comes back in an hour. Because can I say that I did a short rest?
Yeah.
we go get lunch for a second.
We go get lunch. Boom just passed
Whew.
out underneath the table.
Oh,
He's like,
that took a lot out of me. You guys want to go to the you guys want to go to the Bugbear Saloon, grab a sandwich?
Fucking warlocks.
okay. Boom Crash sort of slaps back. Is like, so sorry, ran out of spell slots. Had to take a nap. Yes, free of the vintners, completely independent. It's me, nowhere, or whatever alias is. It's and Sven, whatever the hell your alias was. It's us. You know us. We'll look out for you if you look out for us. I promise. And you can bring
I think you're at the word limit.
oh god damn it. Yeah.
25.
Just bring what's his name.
We had plans to go to Dungale. A keep could sound nice. Countryside. Galestone. Count us in.
Boom Crash sort of claps her hands and raises a talon up for Zumasu. He's in.
He's in.
Okay.
Don't leave me hanging, dude.
I give you a high five. I'm just thinking for a second. I wonder how long it'll take him to reach the keep. But, that's
He was
good. That's good.
He was already heading to Dungale, so he's on his way.
All right. Maybe you can check on him in later.
Yeah. I'll also send a message to Sippy. But I'm gonna use his actual name, Herschel. It's like, Herschel, darling, it's Boom Crash. Did I tell you my name was Boom Crash? My name is Boom Crash. Expect some dwarves. Grovel. The current Castellan, the elf, she's out. We own the keep.
Understood?
Okay. I've spread the word. My
All right.
lovely little agent. My little goth boy. So excited. Okay, I'm good.
Well, it
I-
seems that you have meted out a changing of the guard. You've gotten your keep back. You've gotten some intel. You've kind of run up your organization. It's been quite a day for you guys so far. Is there anything else that you guys want to do? Because otherwise, I think we're going to enter a domain action if you guys wish to take one.
So I probably disguise myself at. Well, I'd have to wait until we get pretty far away. So maybe I disguise myself at the tavern. But I'm just like, I need to go see if I can talk to any of the honored paladins, if any of them are still around.
I think I might check in and say hello to Fastar.
That's fair.
We're nearby.
I
Yeah.
need to. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best place to buy jewels? I forget. It's been a while.
Usually in the gate market. That's where the foreign stuff goes.
Okay,
Those
I'm
kind
gonna
of
hit
are.
there if I can. If I have time.
You
It's
can
up
check
to
out
you.
a Nels too, because you might have something interesting that you just did not know.
No, I need powdered silver. That's basically what I need.
Mm.
I need very specific things.
All right.
Yeah, you want to go shopping in the Gate District while we go to our spots then?
Sounds about right. Amon, you head off to the gate market. Here. It's up in the Patriciate Ward, which is right at the top of this big old plateau, overlooking everybody, where the Arcane College is, the Senate is, and right at the gate there is a market with a bunch of fancy goods and merchants hawking them. Make a charisma-based investigation check.
What did you say?
Make a charisma-based investigation check. So it would, I guess, be under any skill.
Charisma. Come on. Investigation. All right.
Pretty good. You're able to fairly easily come across a jewel monger, and they're selling all manner of goods. You get to the point where you need specifically powdered silver, and they do have some scraps on hand from their jewel working, some extra spare filings, if you will, and that usually goes to the arcane seat, but since you're here, they're willing to give you some. You said 75 gold pieces worth?
Yes.
Okay. Do you wish to try and lower the price?
No, because spellcasting demands that I pay exactly 75 GPs worth.
Fair enough. You pay the man.
Spell knows.
The spell knows, man. Don't try to cheat the magic.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 75 gold pieces, easy peasy.
All right, thanks.
So does that mean inflation's good for spellcasting? Because you get less
No,
quantity of the
it
material?
doesn't mean for anything. It just means that it costs that.
Anything else you're looking for?
No, that's all I was really looking for.
All right.
Why did I hear a Pokemon?
Might have been a fighting game or something. All right.
I know. I think it's just something. It got caught in the noise upstairs.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I guess Boom Crash can be next because Fastar is really close by as well. You head into Fastar's wands, and yeah, he's there. He's crafting what looks to be a new wand.
Hello, my old friend.
Hello. I didn't expect to see you back.
It's been interesting. I just wanted to check in, say hello, and see how you were doing. Catch up on any gossip if you have anything.
I have not much to go on. Just here crafting my wands. It's been somewhat eventful. I've had to give up some of my scroll making to make it happen. But the Arcane College has given me a commission to construct wands for the Hazel group. So I've been
Excellent.
hard at work making, well, mostly generic copies of magic wands. Lightning bolt wands and scorching ray wands,
You switched to being
things
an
like
arms
that.
dealer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, useful stuff, especially for the military. It's military contracts are lucrative at the very least.
Indeed, I suppose I'm doing my part in the Aloran conflict. As much as I don't agree with it, it seems to be good for business.
That's where you have to focus on in order to get by.
Exactly. Now, what can I do for you, my young friend?
Um, well, I just mostly wanted to say thank you for like the items that you've already given me. They've saved my bacon multiple times.
I'm
And
glad to hear it.
I was wondering, you said you weren't in the market to make any scrolls, or you didn't have any more scrolls. So I guess I can't ask these from you.
Well, I have
Or
some on hand, it's just nobody's buying.
I will certainly buy if you have some. I'm looking specifically for. Hold on, where are you? Um, banishment and
Hmm.
wait, hold on. What does immolation do?
Sounds like
It
fire.
sets people on fire for several turns.
Okay, cool. Um, but a few banishment scrolls would be, I think, incredibly useful.
Um, sure. I have just one available at the moment.
Okay. Um, would you prefer gold or platinum for payment?
Gold is easier for me.
Okay,
Afraid.
understandable. Okay, so that's 800. So here you go.
Thank you,
Um,
my fine friend.
of course. Um, scroll banishment. Um, and if you have time to make more, I will certainly buy them. But
I'm
uh,
afraid I'm rather busy.
oh
I just
no,
have
that's
what's on
completely understandable.
hand. Creating the
Um,
scrolls takes lots of time.
yeah, I spoke without thinking. Um, message mending, fairy fire. I don't know. Maybe immolation would be interesting, and I'll take the greater invisibility scroll as well.
Right, that
Um,
is the same price.
okay, understood. And hmm. So, guys, immolation or hold monster?
Hmm.
We have a lot of damagey stuff, so maybe hold monster.
Yeah.
Okay,
Does
yeah.
hold monster work on like devils,
It works on anything as
demons?
opposed to hold person.
Yeah,
Does it work?
monster's the good one.
Does it work on Yanti?
It works on anything.
No, it works. No, whole person. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That one you use the whole person. That's the reason why playable Fey races are OP.
Yeah, because they count as
Okay.
Well,
not
hold
humanoid.
monster works on anything.
Okay.
It's any
Okay.
creature.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give some of it in platinum if that's okay.
That's
Um,
more than fine.
hmm. So I'm going to give him 1,000 gold, and so that brings me down to there. And so -1, so, and 120 platinum.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good to see a friendly face again. I haven't had so many visitors as much as I've had members of the Leaf Crown coming to pick up shipments.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've had some pretty interesting adventures at the very least. Learned a bunch of new spells, ran into a bunch of new interesting magical items. Um,
Fantastic.
no,
If you find any of these new spells, perhaps you could get me a scroll of them sometime. Then when the war is over, I can try and make some wands out of them.
certainly. I'll happily share my spell book with you anytime. Unfortunately, we're kind of bopping around a bit right now, but I will be back.
All right. Well, welcome back to Allure. Stay safe, my friend.
I will. And you too.
Thank you.
Ability. Okay. I'm going to leave, go to Cecil, and see if I can get the most obnoxious fucking wedding present for motherfucker.
All right.
What is the stupidest thing I can get?
Charge him more to put more of his stupid ads on it.
Yes. So
A pregnancy test, but make sure it's already confirmed. Yes.
can I do that? Is there a magic pregnancy test? I'm not
Probably.
entirely joking.
Probably.
Okay.
So, you head to Cecil's Arcane Inks. The business seems to be rather booming. There's a lot of people in the shop, and he's attending to everybody. And he's got a few people in back that are working his printing presses that are literally printing scrolls, just wholesale.
Oh my god.
They're spreading on like shimmering, glittering inks, obviously rare and expensive looking, but they're just spreading it onto like blocks and putting the blocks into the printing press and then stamping down a few things. They seem to be able to pump out just any number of scrolls that you need. Welcome to Cecil's Arcane Inks. Can I help you? I've seen you in here before. I've seen a lot of faces lately, but yours looks familiar.
Oh gosh, I can't even remember. I'm looking for like a gag gift for a friend. Something that kind of on the immature humor side, something sparkly and obnoxious and maybe a little crude. Do you have anything like that?
I have some fairy fire scrolls, color spray, perhaps. Maybe you're in the mood of slowing them down for a bit with a slow spell, locking them in a room with an arcane lock spell, some darkness, sleet storm. Resilient sphere is almost always fun.
Ray, hold on. Flashing colored lights. I don't know. This is supposed to be a prank, so I don't want it to be super useful for them. I just want to get a laugh, you know? 60, 10.
Well,
So
I could edit an existing spell in a way. It would be a commission project, but I might be able to get it too in the next. Depends on how complicated the spell is, I suppose.
it's a little gag, so maybe a cantrip or
Cantrip or first level spell, I could get to you in a day.
Excellent. That sounds perfect.
Make color spray into just noxious gases like a fart and make it green.
I was gonna say like prestidigitation, like give them a fart or like a green butthole because that was in the group chat and I will never let you forget it.
So you're basically doing the patio thief with like this glitter bomb.
Oh yeah, no, that's essentially what I'm doing. It's either that or I give him like
a tuna.
I don't know, like a bit of Yoplait yogurt or something from Biff's fridge that's kind of spoiled. Like we're going mediocre here.
No. We're gonna be petty. We're gonna make sure we give him some nice curtains, but inside the curtain rods we have hidden tuna, so it's gonna slowly rot over time and emit this horrible smell.
That sounds excellent, actually. So yeah, do you have like a green glitter fart?
Well, I could have a fairy fire spell center on himself and pair it with a bit of a stench. I could also have a grease spell incidentally center on themselves instead of their intended location.
I kind of like the idea of a fairy fire making him into a giant smelly green thing.
That's
So stinky glitter or slippery grease?
Coin toss. Which one sounds good to you guys? Zumasu is all for the green fart.
Yep. I like glitter because fairy fire on himself means that he can't be invisible and we can see him.
Okay. Sound good to you, Amon? Or do you not give a shit?
Like, this is all you. You enjoy.
Okay.
Enjoy
glitter fart, let's go.
Very well. I will try to create your prank spell. I'll have it to within 24 hours, I would hope. I'll get in the back and try and work this out. Since this is a custom job, this will go for about 600 gold pieces.
Jesus. For a first level gag gift?
Yeah, it's a
There's a
customized spell.
Okay.
I'm basically cursing a scroll for you.
I do appreciate that. You are making a killing. I admire a man who can. Oh,
Don't mind the
gosh, no.
hustle.
I don't hate the hustle. I'm just mad I didn't think of it first. And she gives him kind of a saucy wink.
Well, I'm glad that someone can appreciate a good business venture or two.
Okay. And she gives him 60 platinum.
Excellent. I'll get right to work on this. He goes off into the back and says, "Does someone mind the register for me? I have some work to do." Closes the door behind him.
Love it. Okay.
Alrighty. Wedding gift acquired.
Wedding gift acquired. Okay, I'm good.
So
I'm done.
formal.
Anybody else?
I want to go see if I can find an honored paladin. So I'd probably, while disguised as a paladin, try and see if any of them are in the area first, and then try and hone in on them.
Do you want assistance? I have my
Maybe.
hat of disguise. I can look like a
Aren't you
paladin.
already a paladin? Isn't disguising as a paladin kind of redundant?
I don't want to draw attention to me as Zumo, so I'd rather just be a regular leaf crown.
He
Now,
doesn't
here's
have the
another
other armor.
question for you. Is this something that's better suited to maybe the likes of your organization to gather this information? In which case, it would free you up to do anything else you need.
In this case, I'm literally trying to find a mole first a little bit more personally, because I was going to see if I could find somebody to then have a face-to-face with. I
Nice.
guess I get what you're saying, but given the current situation, I'd like to see if I could find somebody to talk to first, and then I'd have my organization kind of probably take over. If that makes sense.
Okay. So, where are you just going to the leaf crown?
Yeah, disguised as a leaf crown. Asking Rao to also disguise as a leaf crown, and we'll just see if any of the we'll drop the names of the honor paladins to see if we can find if any of them aren't sent to war.
I mean, you know that Katharina was the only one that was sent out to the front
Okay, so
from
the other one
your
should still
previous knowledge,
So the other one should still be here then, right?
theoretically.
Okay.
You disguise yourself as a member of the Leaf Crown Guard. You head up to the front of the stronghold. Halt! Can I get your identification?
hmm,
This is not something that has ever been asked of you.
yeah.
Forget your
I-
wallet.
Sorry.
Come on, boss, what's wrong?
I've
There,
left
it's in
my
my other
identification.
plate mail.
I've left my identification in the barracks. I'm sorry. I guess I'll have to go get it.
All right.
Yeah. I guess I'll turn around for now.
They just
wanna
nod.
Because the barracks are outside of here. I guess I'll see if anybody else comes up and just see what they show as identification.
Sure. Make a stealth check. Or, yeah, stealth.
Okay, can Mao help me?
I'll say that your armor doesn't give you disadvantage. You're just trying to look. Actually, I'll say. Oh, that's fine. You can just.
You're just
go
like
with this.
walking in the crowd.
Yeah, because you're not trying to sneak silently. You're just trying to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
there's
can
plenty of
swipe
noise
something.
going around. You
so
look at what people are showing off, and it does seem to just be a simple card of some sort. It looks like it's a piece of folded paper that most people just have like in their breastplate.
Well, that's new. Usually they would be able to just tell who people were from, given your rank or something.
From their armor and the fact that they're like a soldier. The fact that they all know each other.
Hmm.
We
Moss
can
is-
steal some.
Yes, and we can actually assume identities. Shit. Do I knock out a grunt and take his place?
No, I can make a fuss and try and get in trouble, technically, but I don't want to deal with that. I can just try and steal something from someone.
All right.
Because I'm only wearing a hat of disguise, I'm not wearing actual armor.
Yes, that's true. All right. Can we just so there are leaf crowns just kind of wandering about because this is like the front area, where people just doing like drills and stuff.
Yeah, you can easily find people. This is the military district, so there's plenty of leaf crown about.
I guess I'll go to the mess hall. Is there a mess hall or anything?
The Snake's Hall is the mess hall.
I guess I want to go to the mess hall to see if I could just kind of schmooze with people.
All right.
You should tell the others. Just let them know we're gonna take a bit.
Yeah,
in case they
that's
need
fine.
to do stuff.
That's fine.
You head to the Snake's Hall. You've been here many times before. It's a kind of stoic military operation, but it's gussied up to look like a pleasing place for military to just kind of hang out and relax after a long day of training. So it's got all of the sorts of amenities you'd be looking for. That is probably the vaguest description I've ever given. So
Yeah, but people are kind of chilling here, eating their food and stuff. Is everybody
Yeah.
pretty much silent? With like minor conversations.
It's boisterous sometimes, but other times it can get quiet.
You know what, Mal? You want to start an argument with me about how the Grey Guard was useless?
I mean, you were.
Well, thanks, but I guess the plan will be we'll have an argument and see if we notice anybody making any weird interactions. We'll do like a check in the crowd.
Do you want to go one step further? Are there names you want me to drop or something?
Yeah,
I can complain about Zumosu or something.
Yeah, we could just start a rumor that way. Just be like, I could just be like, I heard that Zumosu might have come back in town. The Grey Guards
Okay.
might not be completely disbanded.
Question: what is the end goal of this?
The end goal is to basically cause a ruckus that's like a fight between me defending the Grey Guard and her being like the Grey Guard weren't anything. I'm trying to see if
Getting somebody to stop us from fighting so that I can pickpocket them?
Well, we could do that too, but I'm also trying to see if anybody in the crowd sympathizes with either one side or the other.
Okay, so 2 goals out of this. But get into a fight big enough that potentially someone might try and stop us.
Yep, and we're gonna just see if anybody sympathizes and see if Mal can steal anything.
If this goes wrong, I'm running.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be running too with using magic shit if we have to. But
Okay.
The whole point is to see what I'm trying to basically cause a ruckus to see what people's reaction are to mentioning the Grey Guard since it's been disbanded.
Hey, both of you make a performance check.
Okay.
It's the one thing I'm not good at. Remember, I wasn't a good snake dancer.
Shit. Could you do deception?
No, you are actors.
Great.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'll use
Hey!
inspiration.
This person's being really mean to me. You
God, it's
guys,
the room all over again.
Hold on.
That's
yeah.
better.
Dan
this
said he
Grey
needs
Guard is
inspiration.
tearing me apart. Oh, hi, Arn.
Oh, hi, Arn.
I rolled better. That was the first performance. This one's just more like, hey, Zumasu might be back. People saw him.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Mao's heart isn't really into it, but puts
I
on
can throw a punch, though.
They put on a mediocre performance, and as people kind of just like look on and kind of, some people seem kind of tense, other people seem kind of excited to see what's going to happen. Then Mao throws a punch, and suddenly things turn a little dour as some of the more drunk people are starting to cheer, and the rest of them get up and reach for their weapons. They move towards you guys and say, "Hey, you can't be hitting a leaf crown guard like that. Hey, whose manners have you?" And then they start surrounding Mao and getting ready to restrain you. They are not trying to restrain Zumasu in any way.
I'll advocate for Mao to be like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. When the Grey Guard were around, they'd make sure people had due process as well. It's just heated in the moment. Can I see if anybody in the crowd is like, is kind of on my side or anything?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
I would like to try to sleight of hand when they try and hold me.
Nice.
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check. Resolve the whole thing. Okay. Zumasu, you glance around and people are kind of just like shrugging off the whole Grey Guard thing. They seem to be a bit more upset that somebody had the nerve to strike at a Leaf Crown guard.
Okay. Don't see no allies. Well,
And most of the
potential
people here
allies.
are just bro coding the Leaf Crown.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But Mao, you're able to slip your hand into the breastplate of one of the nearby soldiers that are trying to restrain you. As they're pulling your hands away, you pull out a slip of folded paper and tuck it away into your like coat pocket. Easily enough, nobody has detected you.
All right. I guess I'll just kind of say one more thing before I'm just like start heading off, and then make a signal for Mao to like maybe head off too. So we.
Oh
don't
no,
do it at
I'm
the same
heading out
time.
first. I'm like, fine, fuck off, fuck you, whatever. And go outside.
All right.
All right. I'll just kind of be like, y'all, and I'll just be like addressing the crowd. Y'all have heard that Zumosa might be back, right? That armored paladin. He's not dead. The crowd even care.
The crowd kind of like looks at each other.
Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
One of them like the whole hall is kind of like quiet for a second. One of them goes, "Zumosu, that Grey Guard, right?
Yeah.
Who the hell thinks he's back?"
Some people saw him over by the bank or by the Builders Guild.
Kind of like again look at each other. Yeah, well, he's dead. Must have seen a ghost.
Yeah. If he's alive, I wonder what that means. Who's the ones who like filed the official reports?
Who
Why the Grey Guard-
cares? Let the uppers handle that. Yeah, Zumosu was one of them anyway. He's just one of them high and mighty officers, not like us down in the streets actually doing the dirty work, keeping these people in line. Yeah. Worst of all, he was a narc. Yeah, he was
Did I-
investigating us all the time. He kept asking weird, stupid questions every time that some vague thing happened. Like it was our fault. Yeah, he asked me what the hell I was doing with demons, and I was like, I don't fucking know. I was just responding to a report of demon activity.
Actually, could I also tell if any of these people are new or not? Just as
A lot of them, they're a mix. Some people look green, and they're just kind of going along with whatever's being said. But other people, you may have seen their faces before, or you may just notice that they have high enough rank to have been here for some time.
that's fair. It was more just a general thing to see, like, does it seem like there was conscriptions that have happened since I've been gone?
Looks like conscriptions have happened.
Okay, that's also useful to know. Alright, I'll go like, Alright. Well, enjoy your lunches and I'll head out. Kind of walk around.
They
and
go
wait
back
for
to
Matt
their
to
stuff.
go
They don't
down.
pay you much mind.
Fair enough.
What an asshole, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You head out to Mao.
Let's go find a spot out of the prying eyes and see what that says.
Look, what says? You don't know I grab one, I slide into your hand. Ta-da, magic.
You didn't know I grabbed anything. That was our whole plan. You didn't know I did it, though. Shove it into his hand.
I knew I could trust you to be good at pickpocketing. Let's just
I'll
so can we
take
just
that compliment.
Trusting
Yeah,
your
we'll
friends? What a fucking nerd.
yeah. So can we just get out of like eye shot, ear shot, open it up?
Do we
Open
want
it
to
up.
head back to the group or head back to the apartment?
Just a few blocks away, and then I just want to see what it says first.
You open it up. It has a sketch of the person that it belongs to. It has name, gender, rank, a whole bunch of other like minor information, including like blood type and all that. It's like an official document that's just in their hands. But from the looks of it, it's a copy, like it was done on a block press.
I don't have knowledge arcana, so I can't identify if this is magical. I guess we'll head back to the group, and I'll just have them crush maybe take a look to make sure it's not magic or not.
Okay.
Well, we got an ID if we need to use it.
You head back to the group.
Where did we leave them? And I guess, did we say we were meeting up with them at any place?
You can say
think-
we're meeting up somewhere.
Yeah.
Sending Stone Boom Crash, just be like, we're gonna head back. Do we want to just meet back up at, what's the place?
Biff's. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just swing by the what is it, the Gate District to see if we can pick up a Mon who said he was getting stuff.
Right?
Any
You
news
guys-
from Elena, by the way? Any rings?
I wouldn't be able to hear any main communication, but I know if she popped.
Nope, there's nothing
Okay.
from Lena. She seems fine.
Okay. Let's
Good to
go
know.
back to Biff's.
Return to Biff's apartment. Take you. Right? Yep, nobody seems to have been here. Alina didn't see anybody come in or out. You have your record in hand, and you've done some operations.
So, we all get what we wanted? At least
Yeah, for
starting?
now.
So, Mal, I have a present for you.
Oh.
She gives you the Scroll of Invisibility.
Ooh.
Greater invisibility.
Greater invisibility, yeah.
Ooh.
That's important.
Yes, it is.
Lasts a minute, but you can keep attacking even while invisible.
I take out, I bought upgrades for this place, and I take out the chair. I put the chair in the room,
Found
somewhere
a dirty
near the
old
window.
chair.
I'm now a trash picker. I grab things off the street. Someone was throwing it out.
I take out my prestidigitation bar and clean off the chair.
All right. Well,
This thing is kind of filthy, Mal. Where'd you get this?
it's from Tragedies,
Oh,
which might explain why it could be. Don't worry about it.
oh
Just-
no.
Anywho,
Stains, what are they?
it's a chair of trapping. Slut
Oh,
shamer is
no.
the code word.
As you say that, Zumasu, make a dexterity saving throw.
I walked into this.
You wanted to clean it.
Right, you just barely are able to avoid it as, like, tendrils of rope come out from seemingly nowhere to go and lash at you. You just barely, like, fall on your butt, escaping from the chair. The ropes tie up tight. And, yeah, if you were there, you would have been tied tight to the chair.
My save didn't work the way it was supposed to. It was supposed to be a 17, but I don't know why that happened.
Do you have? What do you mean for like
Yeah,
proficiency?
what's wrong with it?
It's supposed to be plus my charisma modifier, which is now 5 because I'm 17.
Dexterity?
Dexterity, I got 0.
Yeah, it's a dexterity save, not a charisma save.
No,
Yeah.
but the paladin thing is that you get the charisma modifier because of the aura. To saves.
That's at plus
Huh.
4.
Nah, I'm just saying it's a weird, like,
That is
visual
weird.
AI thing.
Well, in case we have our, straggler coming in, they have a nice fancy chair.
Okay,
There you go.
that could be useful.
We could
We have
use it for
goose-
other things.
Well, so somebody just needs to say the password and that thing will trap them.
So maybe we keep Goose around to watch this place.
Yes. Goose, can you say slut shamer?
Slut shamer! Slut shamer!
I move away from the chair. That is one grabby chair.
This is perfect. I love this. So we have an alarm system if there's somebody else that comes in,
Yeah.
and we can use it for interrogations if we ever need to.
And we also, Grovel is making his way to Galestone. He's going to be our new castellan.
Oh, nice.
So,
So that all worked out. So they all know, Zamosu, that you're alive now.
Mhm.
Cool.
Well, it seems like only some people know, but it'll probably get around to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, you can intentionally spread a rumor, but that costs money and time
Mhm.
Or a figurine of tweeting.
for a figurine of tweeting.
I don't know if I still have it. I might have sold it.
damn
I
it.
used to have it, but I think I gave
I
it
think
to
you might have given it.
I think we gave it to like Richie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you might have given it as like a weird trinket to the one of the genies in Famladan or something.
Oh, maybe it was that. Yeah, I just remember we gave it to someone.
So Boom Crash is going to put up the painting of the creepy pyramid that we got from the Encabulos artist dude.
Nice. Put it on
And
the
put it
wall.
up in Biff's apartment and make it a little bit more stylish and homey.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You're not supposed to. This is supposed to be foreboding.
Can I put it like upside down so at least it's some weird like I don't know, kind of messes with it?
I can
Yeah,
barely
sure.
tell where the top was or bottom was at the get-go, how
Oh.
weird this thing is.
Well, now the eye is at the bottom of the pyramid, which is pointing downward.
That's even worse now.
Look, it's art. So what's the next step? We have one more day, or actually, what time is it right now?
Yeah, was this all technically... do we still have 2 days or 1 day then?
It was 2 days from now, so I think you have 2 more days left. Technically, because this was still the same day because you opted to teleport to Allure.
True.
Mhm.
It takes 2 days to get to this keep anyway, right? Or it takes a day to get to the keep if we go fast, right?
Yep.
So it's not really worth traveling back to the keep, is it?
No.
No, but
And
with a
also-
short rest, you can easily send them messages.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you want to send messages, I have 2 more Warlock slots to burn. But eventually I'm going to need a long rest so I can get everything back.
I say, if anything, if we're intending to go visit a Taurus in his tower, we should probably just get, lay of the land of the tower and prepare to
I agree.
that.
Okay.
That'll be the focus.
Do we want to
Um,
do this underground?
Do we want to contact Ostrich?
Yeah, more allies is probably good.
So at this point, it's probably going to be a job for your organization to spread out their fingers and try to gather information on a Taurus, the Vintners, anything that you might want. So I'll allow each of you to do a domain action. Normally I think only one person's supposed to do it at a time, but since you guys are like right here and in control of these things, I'm gonna let each of you do it, and plus it's like the first time we're doing it, so everybody gets
We're
to
also
try
officers.
something. You're also officers. So, I guess we will enter a domain turn, if you will. Who wants to go first, and what do you want to do? Basically,
Is
I
it just
use-
the domain powers?
so you can use your domain skills in the manners that are described on that sheet.
Which tab is that?
It's the organization tab.
Organization.
Okay. Domain
Anything related
skills.
to intrigue is on the organization tab usually.
Okay.
So you could do diplomacy, but that's probably not going to be super relevant unless you're maybe talking to other factions, trying to get them on your side. Espionage would be learning information specifically about either maybe a Taurus or his cronies. Lore would be learning about magical stuff related to them. And operations would be kind of what you've already been doing, which is like improving your stronghold and mustering units, improving your infrastructure.
Well, I think I mean if nobody wants to go first. I don't mind going first. I would like to do espionage.
Mhm.
And I would like to start figuring out kind of just like the lay of the land, but like through the word of mouth of like the Marlins. Trying to figure out what their deal is, what kind of pact they have, I guess, since they're also kind of up and up above the others.
Okay. So are you looking specifically into the Vintners or into a Taurus?
Well, we think they're connected. We know they're connected, but there's no paperwork trail.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
No,
Vintners or
we
a
heard
Taurus?
from Richie Dallas that he's not specifically connected. He has his own organization.
Ooh, okay. So
He's like deals with them, but he isn't
yeah.
like, technically on their payroll in that regard.
So do
So
we
we
wanna
might
go
want to
and-
know.
Yeah.
You might want to figure out exactly what that is, and that would be an espionage check.
Would that be leaning more toward like figuring out a Taurus though, or leaning toward the
That would be
Vintners?
towards figuring out
That's
a
a Taurus.
Taurus.
Okay, so yeah. So we'll focus on a Taurus for this.
It
espionage.
probably wouldn't provoke like an intrigue at this point, since you're mostly just kind of poking around, as opposed
Okay.
to like I'd like to disrupt a Taurus's communications. That would probably start an intrigue.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to listen, not stab anybody.
This is more just like feel around for what's his dealings with the vintners type thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we are going to do our first main action. That's going to cost a domain action for you. Most of your other things only happen during intrigue, so this is going to be an espionage check. This is going to be against... I guess it's against his communications, because that's what would need to be airtight to prevent any of this from coming to light. So make a d20 roll, and as we stated before, your plus for everything is +2.
Womp.
Womp womp. Well, a
Two.
9. A 9 does not beat their DC.
Okay.
And can she potentially use one of the D4s for the
Those
for the power?
The power ones?
those are specifically for your other abilities.
Okay. Okay.
I
For
figured that
find
was,
weakness
yeah.
and traitor. I
Oh, okay. Got it.
don't think anything else really uses it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's less of a dice, it's more of an ammunition for ability.
Okay. Yeah, that's sort of what the clarifying question was. Okay.
Yep.
So
Thank you.
another question now that this has come up: can we do the same thing? Like, can each officer now try to say use espionage to figure out information, or does it have to be a separate thing every time?
I think technically it's just one roll, but normally it would also only be one officer doing a check at a time.
Mhm.
So I think in this case, probably try again. Especially since you have such limited time.
Mhm.
Well, how many? I thought I only had one thing that I could use. I thought each officer has you can use
Yeah.
one action. So
So
that was
you
my
as
action.
when I said you as an organization,
Yeah.
try
Okay.
again.
Somebody
you as a
else's turn
person.
they could try.
Yeah. Mao's also here's a thing. Oh wait, that's only during an intrigue.
So I
Uh,
asked.
Actually, wondering if it is. I wonder if you can add your proficiency bonus if you're not in intrigue. Look that up.
Well, my proficiency bonus would only be
+5,
plus 6.
+6.
So 15. I guess that's a pretty big chunk right there. That could change a lot.
You know that their thing, it has to be between like 10 and 18.
Right. So it could be a big jump.
I'll say for now that if you're proficient in the thing you're doing, you can add your proficiency bonus. And for
Why is that?
espionage, investigation, and stealth count. If this rule changes, I'll let you know. But for now, since we're not in intrigue, you can do that as many times as you want.
Okay. So if the things on the above match up, like history, insight. Okay, cool.
Yes, it's listed on the Excel sheet.
Well, I'm
So-
proficient in stealth, not investigation. So that still counts, right?
Still counts.
Nice.
So that's a 15.
It'd be 15.
Their DC is 15.
Oh.
That's useful to know. That's
Yeah, so
very
now we can
useful to know.
fill that
For
information in.
communications. Yeah, you can
For
put
communications for him.
that. Yep, on Intel, on the Intel page, you can fill in.
Got it.
Yeah, there you
too
go.
fast.
I did it.
You did it.
And you put it in the right place because their defense levels, that's only during intrigue, but their defenses is what it is right now. Okay. So,
Give us the
John.
dirt.
Oh yeah, you wanted information.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm not doing this to play your silly number rolly dice game, Chris. I want to
you
know
like
the deets.
rolling dice?
That's what D&D is. You fool.
But don't you like rolling dice?
Only if I get a cookie afterward. And the cookie is information.
Okay, well, cookie proceeding. You have uncovered that, and I have a shit ton of notes. I just need to make sure I'm telling you what I need to tell you.
Just tell us everything.
Oh, okay.
Just everything.
Thousands of years ago.
A foolish samurai warrior.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's secretly Aku and just has been living as an elf for all these years.
So, from what you've been able to ask around about, using your aliases in the Senate, most likely, and using some friends that you have there, Richie Dallas was able to find a connection with a few politicians that were able to owe you a favor. You were able to uncover that, the name of the organization, the Court of Dragonflies. A Taurus has a close-knit group that nobody knows who all the members of this group are, but they know that there is a group called the Court of Dragonflies that controls Ilore from the shadows. It's often rumored to be nothing more than a myth of sorts, but with a Taurus's recent rise in power in the last, honestly, month since the war has been going on, rumors have gotten stronger, and you guys know there might be some merit to them, so you've clung to these. Without knowing exactly who might be on this council, you do know that at least one of them is a senator,
Okay.
and also give you some other information. Well, I'll also say that it's based around a Taurus's tower itself, rather than any vintner's base,
Okay. Location.
and that there are tons of magical protections in place at a Taurus's tower and on a Taurus himself, the specifics of which you'd have to do lore to try and figure out. All right,
Good to know.
I think that's enough information for you. Next, anybody?
Um,
I'm looking at the things.
Okay.
Maybe I do want to use diplomacy here. So he's got a lot of people on his employ, though, right?
Certainly, you're not sure exactly who, but this organization seems to be, it seems to have a payroll of sorts.
So here's my question then: in universe, do they still have like door people for his tower and like cleaning crew people?
All right, that's probably still going to be an espionage investigation kind of skill.
Okay, I was
because you're
gonna.
not dealing with an outside organization trying
Yeah.
to turn them.
You're not trying to say like, "Hello, young man, I'd like to persuade your organization to be my ally."
So it'd be
You're
more like just
going.
following the.
You're just going,
figuring-
"Hey, random guard, can I bribe you for information?" That's considered espionage.
Yeah, I guess I'll actually do that with an investigation. I'll see if I can figure out who works at the thing and see if anybody's like more got any ins with them. They live in a bad neighborhood, want some more money or something.
What are some of the security procedures and stuff like that?
Yeah, how do you guys get in the tower? But yeah, I guess the first step is just figuring out if there's anybody in that like help portion that we could crack.
Okay, make an espionage check. It's still +2. You can add your proficiency if you're proficient in investigation.
Yes, where's my token? Just roll
I
investigation
put
check.
I put them at Biff's apartment. Yes. Well, it's not an investigation check. It's a D20 +2 plus your proficiency.
Okay. Oh, I'm clicking the D20 button, but it's not doing.
Perhaps it's your internet. There it goes. Yes.
Yes, I could bet.
Oof.
So
Let's see what I
+2.
add to that. So +2 plus my. I think that's just a +7.
Are
So
you
I-
proficient in investigation?
Yeah,
He is.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
have +6 or +5 for your?
+7.
For your proficiency?
Oh, for just proficiency, you're right. Let me double check. I misunderstood. +6.
Okay. So I think that's +8. It's an 11.
The target was
That-
15.
Yeah, the target was 15 for the communications. You ask around, but you can find out that there are people that seem to be watching the tower. It seems to be leaf crown guards just around the sides of it, but anybody that's been guarding there doesn't seem to want to talk. Not to anybody. You haven't made any progress.
Okay.
Right. 2 more domain actions. Amon, Boom Crash, do you guys want to do anything?
I guess I'll try and do some surreptitious arcana research. Maybe some detect magics, looking around to see if I can understand what some of the magical protections are.
Right? That
That's what I
sounds
was
fun.
gonna do. So I guess you stole my thunder.
Yeah,
mean-
or if I roll poorly, you can make up for it because.
You can't really help out much with anything else.
Oh god damn, we are doing so good here.
Real shit heat.
Okay,
Come
so
on, come save us.
I'm gonna push you away. Like it's
You're
like,
both
okay,
just
let me
walking
do-
around the
it's like,
tower,
let me
yeah.
do
So
this.
+8, I guess a 12 isn't going to do it.
With your scryings and whatnot, it's hard to get any specific information on his tower and his lair because it's so well protected, and nobody you've talked to is willing to divulge any information or seems to know anything.
Mhm.
At least nothing that your organization was able to uncover. All right,
Yeah.
Amon.
So since it's magical stuff, uncover magical skill, I guess it should be lore.
Yeah.
Okay, so +1 or +2?
It's always +2 because you guys have +2 to everything.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
you.
We're doing so good,
Oh,
dude.
hold on,
Proficiency.
hold on. I have a question. Can we use
Mhm.
inspiration or is it just not?
Inspiration's
continue.
mostly for you guys.
It's fine.
Mhm.
Okay. Good
You
to
have
know.
proficiency though, right?
In religion, at least. That's one of the relevant skills.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
In that case, that's okay.
That's a
it's not-
15, right?
Well, it's +8 total. So that is a 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Because Mao's already included the plus. I was like, wait, that was exactly 15 also. That's why.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. So that does beat their communications, at least. You're finally able to talk to some people. Apparently, a Taurus, when he's out and about nowadays, which isn't very often, he's been seen with a shield guardian. The shield guardian, from the best of your knowledge, was named Gwyn, the way that he talked to it. And furthermore, you find the name of the artificer that created the shield guardian. They might know more about it if you interrogate them directly, but for now, you find the name Jarsali Aloro. I'll put that in the chat. And the Discord, I guess.
So do we need to beat this? Okay, guys, do we need to beat this person up?
Maybe.
Honey before vinegar. We can always beat him up later. How does that sound?
Ah, yes, drown them in honey. That's great.
It's actually really deadly. That's like
That's a bad
viscous.
Pour ants, fire ants over it. Yes, I agree. This is great. I can cast insect swarm. Chris, can you write down the name of the dude because his spelling sounds weird.
I put
I
it
have
in
it.
the.
text pad.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's in
you-
Discord. It's
oh.
in the Roll20 checks chat.
Okay, Jarsoli. Oh,
A Loro.
Yep.
Okay, so
Is shield guardian's like a floating suit of armor type thing?
A shield guardian is a walking golem.
Like a construct.
yeah, it's a large construct.
Yep. From the best of your knowledge that you were able to gather, it has a spell stored in it, but there's no sign as to what that spell might be because he's never used it in public.
Great.
Spell of teleportation.
That would
Could be.
suck.
Or a disintegrate spell.
Most are told to say their thing on a command word or maybe on a triggering event, something like that. They
Death
also,
ward.
from the best of your knowledge, use a command amulet. They follow the orders of whoever is in possession of the amulet. You assume a Taurus is the one that currently controls the troll amulet.
Hmm.
In that case, just have the spell magic prepared so you can cast on the amulet, and he can't control shit.
Or yoink the amulet so we can control it and have it attack him.
Yep, that'll be good. That'll be a good thing for a rogue to do. Have fun
Yeah.
with that.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna put death ward on me, right?
That'll be a fun thing to do. I would not want to get in the way of your fun.
Guess who has greater invisibility now? Greater invisibility.
I have a scroll.
It's great.
What if I
Nice.
just laser it? Just laser eyes destroyed the amulet.
I mean, that would also
Then-
probably prevent them from controlling it.
Yeah, but then now you got a shield guardian that's out of control and running amok. So have fun with that.
Hmm.
Does it just like follow the last command if its amulet gets
I
destroyed?
don't know.
You don't
Maybe
know.
we free it from its captor in some. I don't know.
I
It-
am
it- it-
sentient.
It's not.
What do I
It's
do?
not sapient. It's
Yeah.
just a punchy thing.
So
We've definitely fought them before.
those are the
And this one?
conclusions of your organization's work today. You have one more day. You might be able to get in, I'll say, 2 more domain actions tomorrow.
Really? Is it one more day? I thought it was tomorrow. The entire thing was happening
Well,
tomorrow.
because you teleported to Allure, you actually saved time. You,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you still had half a day, and that's what you accomplished here.
Yeah. Does that mean we need to find an inn? Because we can't teleport right back out, right?
What's
No,
wrong?
we have
You
a
could
place
stay
to
at
stay.
Biff's.
Look, I
Okay.
know it's covered in shit, and like I think that was
Not
a rat
anymore.
Boom
accident.
Crash
Oh,
cleaned the
okay.
place.
I
One
hope.
cast every 6 seconds. She cleaned one thing.
We just need to make sure that we have a person on watch. That's all.
And
I have my
Amon
magic
can use
razor.
the chair for a bed.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
know.
'Cause I thought it'd be funny.
I
Like,
mean,
I
sleeping in a
was
chair is
like-
okay.
Yeah, I mean the chair itself as a chair is fine, as long as no one says anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes with a blanket.
Aw.
Very snug blanket.
Okay, that's enough.
So, we just need a watch for tonight, just because there was somebody who was definitely breaking in or staying here and kind of using it as their own safe house in some way. And then
We cast
tomorrow
the,
we
we
can
cast the non-detection one stuff
yeah.
also.
Cast non-detection. Settle in for the night. You awaken the next day. Nothing perturbed. Nobody saw anything on watch.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we gonna just fast track it to the organization actions, or are we gonna, as players, be able to do things?
You
I
as
think the
players
only
can
thing-
do stuff. That stuff
Yeah.
was happening meanwhile, basically.
Okay.
Right.
I think Boom Crash has 2 more errands that she could potentially do, but they're not super important. The gathering intel is kind of a higher priority because we only have 20 minutes left in the session. So,
Anybody want to go in the sewer?
No.
All right. Well,
That's an adventure on its own.
I guess I'll go down the sewer alone.
I can come with you if you want. I kind of owe you for helping me out earlier.
we could do sewer.
Okay.
Or technically, you never went back into your place, so you could actually go back to the Arcanthus stronghold. Acanthus stronghold.
Impersonate the guy.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that. Do I might want somebody to help me get out of Dodge if something bad happens.
I mean, we only have one paper. That's the only thing. So
Yeah.
Like,
no,
we
more
can-
so somebody hanging out by the outside, and I keep a tab on them and what's happening. Yeah. Could I borrow you, Amon, in the Sending Stone?
Sure.
Okay.
do you want the hat in disguise? Because then you can just pretend you're wearing a suit of armor and walk around with them.
Oh, all I want him to do is essentially, if things go south, him cause a scene outside the thing, so I could sneak out. Because he can
Okay.
also run fast and get away.
Right. I'll just be very shady.
Yeah, you can just chill out by like the park over here. Or where are we? Oh damn, there is nothing there. Maybe that won't work. There isn't a civilian spot around here, is there?
I mean, he can just look like either a homeless person sitting on the side of one of the houses, maybe, or like bundled up in the back.
I guess.
Mm.
Are you okay with that, Amon?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Maybe he can go to the top and he can just hang out above because it connects on top where the arcane seat is and all that.
Actually, that's not a terrible idea since he has a magic carpet. So
Yeah, and you
yeah,
can just visit Temple of Nerul or something while you're waiting.
yeah. I'll just keep you informed in case I need help escaping.
Okay. So I
I'll
guess
take the-
you're going to the Acanthus stronghold?
Yep, I'm taking the piece of paper and I'm copying the identity of the person on it.
Okay.
I don't know if I need my mount with me at this point. I'll have Greg chill with him on.
Babysit my horse.
Okay. You head to the Acanthus stronghold in the guise of the person that you stole the ID card from. And
I'm
Amon
keeping-
is above.
Yeah, I think he's above. He has a magic carpet.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
as directly involved.
Whatever he wants, I'll do.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be above, so he's not directly with all the military peeps.
You approach. Identification.
I present it. I say whatever name's on it.
Sure. The name is Alexandra.
Alexander.
Looks at it. Looks at you. Make a deception check. With advantage.
Did you always have a fro?
It was cropped out of the frame. I didn't know how big to make it.
After a few seconds, they look you over and go, all right. They hand it back to you.
Thank you. We're head in.
Allowed in to the Acanthus stronghold. The familiar white marble floors and walls of the once stomping grounds of the Grey Guard Zumasu greet you. You find your way back to the old Grey Guard office, which has been refurbished into just a general office for the Acanthus. It's been restructured so that they are just under the leadership of Commander Arn, who's just in command of the entire Acanthus branch of the military, which includes the paladins, the cavalry, even if they don't have magic, as well as the former Grey Guard.
All right. What did I probably would have looked at this earlier? What did what rank, like position, accessibility did it look like the ID provided? Like just a regular grunt?
Yeah, it's just a regular grunt.
Okay. And it looks like getting access to the back rooms then would be difficult because he's just a regular grunt. I guess I'm gonna see if I can look for. Does he have a desk or is there lockers or anything? We'll go
Yeah,
through
I
stuff.
mean, there's barracks inside of here for the Acanthus members. There's also, like, you could go to these people's offices, but you couldn't get into their rooms, potentially. And you couldn't, like, break into their office with your identification. Like, that's kind of the limit of it.
Yeah.
But you're in the building.
You're free to move out the cabin, but you still have to follow the rules of whatever your identity is.
Yeah, I still got magic though. So I guess the first thing I want to do is see if I can find his desk or find his locker or find anything of his to just kind of rifle through stuff.
You rifle through Alexander's stuff. You find a few just spare sets of clothes, find a few sets of weapons, simple things like that. Find a small locket that seems to have the sketched image of a young lass in it, with a child in their hands. And it's probably worth like 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm not.
Looks to be
taking
gold.
that.
You put it back.
So I have nothing like marching orders or anything.
Nope. Don't seem to.
Alright. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna head back to the main offices. Are people still occupying this area and stuff? Or does it look like the offices are locked and nobody in it? I'm gonna try and find an empty higher up office.
There's still plenty of people hanging around. But it's not like it's super crowded. It's just like this place is active. It's daytime.
Alright. What I'm trying to do. I'm trying to basically see if I can spot an office that's like nobody's by that's also locked, and I'm gonna see if I can like casually misty step inside of it.
Okay. You go and start looking. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I rolled 2 dice. Damn it, it was the bad one that rolled.
So, you're looking around for some sort of important person's office, and as you're looking around, someone goes, "Alexander!" and waves to you.
Hey! How's it going?
Ah, good stuff. Did you see that? Did you see that fight yesterday?
What'd you fight? You talking about?
The one in the Field of Glory.
Ah, no, I wasn't able to catch it. Who won?
Well, not the person I had money on, but maybe I should start going for one of the underdogs instead of one of the, the normal guys.
The payout's better if you're lucky.
Yeah, but I thought it would be safer. It just didn't pay out, and it never seems to. The underdogs always seem to just come out of nowhere, you know? I wonder if they're
Oh.
just fixed.
Don't want to be telling that to anybody.
Oh, yeah, sure. Anywho, what are you doing here? I thought you were on guard duty.
I'm just getting back to. I forgot something. Somebody said they were okay. They were gonna cover me. Just popping in, popping back out.
All right. I mean, if you're hanging out for a bit, maybe I could just walk with you?
Sure. Why not?
Oh god, you're marked.
I'll pretend to go grab something from his drawer. And then I'll start walking with him. Sorry, this is kind of rude again. What was your name again?
You Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, this is fine.
Make a deception check.
Fair enough.
High in charisma, low in whiz.
It's fair.
He laughs it off and goes, "That's one of your stupid jokes again, isn't it? I hope you don't try that on your new lady friend."
Nah,
Lady
she's of
friend?
course,
The locket.
the locket. He wouldn't tell me his name even as a joke.
Nope.
You have to be better.
Damn it.
You have to go order a coffee and then have him say his name to Starbucks so they can write it down wrong. So you can at least pronounce it right, though.
No,
Well, I mean-
you played it off. He seems to be a close friend of yours, and you somehow forgot his name. So he
Yeah.
thought it was a joke.
Yep. Okay. I
Right.
guess for now we'll just start heading towards the exit. I'll see if I can see his ID as he's bringing it up.
In real life, someone bought me dinner out of nowhere, and I forgot their name. I was so embarrassed.
Right. You
Can I do it?
managed to maintain a level of friendship with this person, enough that you were able to grab something and head towards the exit. Yeah, I got guard duty at the gate district, but I'm sure we'll be able to see each other later.
Yeah. I'll just meet me up at where I was said I was stationed before, and we can meet afterwards.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you there, Alexander. He holds up his ID and hands it to the officer. Make a perception check.
Damn it! I wanted it to be insight.
Well, no, insight's just to get a read on them.
God damn it!
The officer kind of angles it away from you, and it looks too suspicious to crane your neck out. You don't
Yep.
catch the person's name.
Great.
Well, see you, Alex.
See ya. You.
Buddy,
See
pal,
a
good old
friendo.
friend.
Not your buddy,
Pal.
guy. I'm not your
See you,
guy,
guy.
friend.
Good
All
thing I
right.
wasn't there. Too
What
embarrassing to see.
are you doing?
Man, that was painful.
I have to go use the bathroom.
Not rogue material.
I'll turn around from the entrance and go back to what I was doing. I would act like I went into the bathroom.
Okay. You go back to the place where you were, and eventually you find a closed door that seems to have some important looking rank on it. It looks like they kept the names of honored paladins, and but they're no longer a member of the Grey Guard. They're just specifically Acanthus. It looks like you found Bogerson's office, who has their own office now.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Misty step in there. I'm also gonna just transform into a different Grey
Cool.
Guard.
Where do you
Um,
Misty Step? You need to be
so-
able to see the target.
There's not a window or some
Nope.
offices. Damn it.
It's not a fancy like modern day like
Okay.
cop office. It's like brick walls and wooden doors. Maybe
If
like
it's a wooden door, is there space under the door?
It seems that they've been careful. It looks like security has been increased since you were here last.
since you did that trick last.
Yeah, but as long as I can see inside, is there like, how is the bottom reinforced? Can I jam something underneath to just poke a hole, or is there a keyhole?
In the wood?
Like if it's floating above, I stick something underneath, I prop it a tiny bit, then I look. Or
He
if
wants to
there's
know
a
if there's
keyhole,
space in like a threshold kind of area, or if there's a keyhole that's old so you can look through it.
yeah. Like, should I make an investigation to see this then? See if I can find any weakness in here that would be like that.
It appears that the door has been made Misty Step proof. Looks like they took extra steps to try and prevent this from happening.
I mean, every like common like level 1 wizard criminal will just Misty step on out of there.
Yeah, no, it's fair, but
DM saying no.
Yeah.
Stop that.
DM goes, they have done
You could
their duty.
certainly try to take a pry bar out and wrench the door up with nobody looking. But that's going to be very suspicious if you get caught, and probably pretty loud.
Yep.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
If nobody's looking, I also am a different guard now, so I hopefully won't be recognized. But I'm already in, so I don't care. Do I have anything else I can do? Could I dispel magic on the door?
You could certainly do that.
I'll dispel magic on the door.
Door is no longer magic.
Well,
You still can't get in. The door is real.
Is in fact a real door, yeah. There was no magic on it.
okay. Magic. Yeah, I don't have to use tools proficiency. Yeah, I guess I'll just start. I'll start walking around then. I'll head out again.
You walk around a bit. As you're walking around, you start heading towards the exit. A familiar face goes past you. Make a insight check.
Wow.
You
Okay.
immediately recognize the person as Honored Paladin Bogerson, and instinctively remembering your disguise, you salute them as they go past. You don't alert any. You don't alert them to your disguise, and they continue onward towards the office that you were just near.
Screw it. I'll do a Hail Mary. I'll be like, pardon my forwardness, Mr. Bogerson, or Honored Paladin Bogerson. Do you mind if I have a word?
Looks you up and down.
No,
At ease, cadet.
thank you, sir.
What can I help you with?
I have some concerning information I'd like to ask you, maybe without prying ears, and I motion to the guard.
Make a persuasion check. Or deception.
I'll
Kind
do
of depends.
persuasion.
All right. He nods to you and just kind of like does that kind of jaw thing, like, all right.
Mind if I follow you?
He goes, sure, and heads to his office. We can talk here. It's Misty
Thank
Step proof, so nobody should be able to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk to Bogerson's office. He
Not to
goes through
mention
a
proof.
he goes through a rung of keys and unlocks it. Lets you inside.
I guess I'll go take a seat at his office.
Take a seat at one of the available seats. Pull it up in front of his desk, and he goes behind it. How can I help you? Cadet Alexander, wasn't it?
No, I changed my form. I can make up a name. Let me think here. Marshall. We'll just go with Marshall.
Cadet Marshall.
Yes, sorry, I'm one of the newer recruits.
Must be
if
from
you-
one of the other honored paladins.
Yeah, that was how did? Sorry, my boldness. I heard you guys used to be part of the Grey Guard division before everything kind of changed. I'm part of the new group. What was that like?
I was part of the Grey Guard before it dissolved. That was recent.
Yeah, I'm a new conscript. um, you've heard of Zumoso Serpent Helm?
God rest his soul. Yes. Guy used to work with me. He was kind
Yeah.
of quiet, but he liked asking questions. He was always out doing some cockamamie scheme. Hung out
Like
with
to
a
ask
bunch of
questions.
weird
Like,
misfits. You know, adventuring type. But he did good work while he was here.
About that, the important information is people have said they've seen him over by the Builders Guild the other day.
What do you mean, seen him?
As in, he might not be dead. There's those rumors of that paladin who came back and got rid of that relic. He might not have died. That's what was concerning. It's kind of weird.
And you witnessed this?
Not firsthand, but nobody else seems to be talking about it. But I heard from a buddy of mine who was over in that area.
I had to sign the death warrants myself.
Where's
He's passed. Arcane College people were able to confirm that his body was found in the wreckage. There wasn't much of an investigation involved.
That seems kind of weird, if I do say so. But that's why I figured
It's
it'd be
probably
important
someone
to-
impersonating him. There couldn't be any other explanation.
I mean, what does it mean if he's not dead? Can I do an insight check on how he reacts to this?
Sure. He seems troubled but incredulous. He doesn't really believe you. But he says, if what you're saying proves to be true, then there's definitely grounds for an investigation. Not sure who would do it with the dissolution of the Grey Guard, but someone would have to look into those Arcane College people. But it's not confirmed. My suspicions are that it's an imposter trying to cash in on Zumasu's name, something that also won't be tolerated. Well, Cadet Marshall, we'll look into these rumors and see that we can find some truth to them.
Thank you, sir. Out of curiosity, do you miss being on the Grey Guard, or do you prefer being out on the field?
Well, people don't give me dirty looks anymore. So,
Can I do an insight check?
you don't need to. As a member of the Grey Guard, military always looked down on you because you were basically a snitch.
Yep. But he was a member of the Grey Guard too. So
Miss
my insight
Finster,
is,
Miss
does he prefer to be in the new position essentially?
It seems to be a bit of a breath of fresh air for him.
Okay, not a great ally. All right, now I'll pack up.
Dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Easy
Walk out.
peasy. You've started an investigation into your own death, it seems. Or at least your own incredulous
Disappearance.
return, which will soon be confirmed by the people at the Builders Guild. So, it looks like there's an investigation into Zumasu's apparent death.
Oh.
But we'll have to look into that a bit more next time, where you guys will be able to potentially follow up on that Jarsalia Loro character that you learned about, and see if they can't provide some more specific information that your organization couldn't uncover themselves. And beyond that, we'll be able to do another day of domain actions before the gala.
Woohoo!
Ooh,
Yep.
What's everybody wearing?
Ah, fuck.
shut the fuck up.
No. No. I'm wearing
Oh,
a hat of
God.
disguise. I can wear whatever the fuck I want.
That is true. You can wear literally whatever you want. So
I am wearing a bejeweled, embroidered monstrosity of a rainbow outfit. I'm fine.
Fit right in. Very shiny.
I am the shiniest bird.
I illusion my plate armor to look like a small.
And guys, this is a wedding. I'm just gonna wear a suit. Like be normal, guys. Come on.
You're a priest. You could probably just show up the way you look and you'll be fine.
you know what? I will actually tell you that because just to make sure there's no confusion, from your investigations, I don't know why I didn't tell you this, but
Come on, Chris. What the fuck?
well, the party, as it were, that A Taurus is mentioning, is not a wedding. It is simply a gala, one that he holds often for the consuls.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
he's not
okay.
getting married right away. He announced that he was engaged, but
This is like
Okay.
a celebratory thing. Okay.
Yeah. it's just a party.
Okay.
But I
Oh,
mean,
that-
wedding
Looks like he'll
gifts are
never
still
make it to
appropriate.
honey- It looks like he'll never make it to honeymoon because we'll kill him right in there.
Mm.
Yeah.
We will see.
Right?
Next time we'll
Right?
be able to hopefully
Try.
get some more information, learn maybe more about his court of dragonflies that he seems to have going along here. Maybe sneak our way into the vintners. Who knows what'll happen next time? But now you guys have an organization at your belts, and it sounds like a rather thorough one, surprisingly. But I guess it shouldn't be surprising for level 17 characters.
Oh.
It moves quickly.
Yes,
We
I just
spent a
realized I
lot
need
of
to
money
update the
real
overlay
quickly.
too. All right, well, thank you everybody that came out to watch. We will not have our stream next Sunday for the sole purpose of I want a break, and I think everybody else deserves a break too. So
Yep.
we will have our Wednesday session as normal. We'll not have our Sunday session, but we will pick that up again. What is the date of next Sunday? The next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, the next Sunday is the 16th? No,
The 10th.
the 10th. No,
No.
the 9th.
9th. It's currently 12:06, so I just moved the little thing down on the calendar. It's
Yeah.
Monday right now.
That's
the 9th.
right. Okay, we'll see you all January 9th for potentially the gala, I think. I think we'll have enough time to get into there just based on the timeline and hopefully some more information gathering. Thank you all, and we will see you then. And yeah,
Happy New
again,
Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
Catch us
New
on
Year.
Wednesday for the Rime of the Frost Maiden, 7 to 10. And with that, stick around for the raid, which I haven't been doing, but I'll remember now. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Drink responsibly.
Dear
Nice.
God, please.
Responsibility.